Hello and welcome to the Velveteen Lounge.
Achieved our. Pardon me. Hiya, folks.
Hi and hello to
everybody.
anyone watching in the future.
In the rebroadcast,
Thank
it's
you
important
for
to note to you.
watching.
I always like to mention that you can add comments, but you cannot comment on previous comments. Oh, well, that's the thing. But you can always send us a private if you have anything you want to say.
You can still comment.
You can still comment.
Later.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just, hi, Dime. But we won't obviously see it. So, anyway, hi, everyone. Hi, Eric. Eric, we listened to your piece today that you sent us. We loved it. Thank you. It was so good.
That was actually really
cool.
Hi,
Keith. Oh, thank you, Dime. I just bought this last weekend.
As a matter of fact, check that thing
Hi,
out.
Peter. Good to see you.
Definitely. Oh, this is not on.
Yes, I will be saying this several times throughout the broadcast. But, oh, yes, Keith, always a pleasure to see you, too. Oh, thanks, Dime. Yeah, my friend Jane makes these.
Yes.
Crowns by Jane.
By Jane.
Highly recommend. Hi, Julie. Good to see you.
Hello, hello, hello.
Yes,
we just saw her at a market up in Newburgh over the weekend.
Yes, at Jet Set Tiki Bar.
Boy, it was we went to that one last year. It was a really good market, so we can go again this year. And she had her stuff on display, and this one is like, we're just right to this.
Oh, I was like, I have to have it.
Gotta have it.
I have to have it.
And you know, the build,
hi, Lisa.
Build quality on this one is actually really high. It's like everything is really cemented in place.
Oh yeah.
How many vintage bottle brush trees need to be sacrificed?
Don't touch it.
Need to be sacrificed for our beauty. It's like, however many do we need?
That's right.
Let's,
all of them.
All of them.
All of the bottle brush trees
Shall
need to
we
be
put that
sacrificed
together?
for my
But again,
headdress.
definitely recommended. It would say headdresses. No, it's Crowns by Jane. Crowns by
Jane.
By Jane.
And she does a lot of tiki ones. A lot of the ones she had last weekend had flamingos, and they light up. It was just
Oh, geez.
So
yeah.
check her out if
And
you're inclined.
She had this sort of like medium-sized flamingo. I'm like, I've seen large lawn flamingos. Where do you find like this sort of medium-sized flamingo? But she's sourcing it. She's putting it together. The woman has a glue gun, and she's not afraid to use it.
Exactly.
She nails these things shut. And this one is really cool because there's this little battery pack over here. Subtle, right?
Yes, it's rechargeable.
It recharges.
It's
I'm like, oh, that's brilliant. Because a lot of these things with the little lights on them, they have like those tiny button cells. It's like, oh man, they try to they wear out after like 6 hours. You got to replace them. They're expensive. All it's kind of ridiculous. But rechargeable, just keep it going. Plugs into a USB. Whoopee. That's kind of great.
Who's ready for some kitschy drinks?
Let me check it. Oh, jeez, autocorrect like made.
Oh God.
Hello, high five. No, it's dime. Yes.
I'm
not
oh
fine.
no! Oh no!
You're also not fine. Oh, sorry, folks. You know, sometimes this system trips you up. It's a drag.
Oh, jeez. Oh.
Yeah, well, you know, I'm not typing tonight, although I did earlier.
Oh, Dime.
Yeah.
I hope you're fine.
I hope you're fine. I hope you're doing okay.
I can't type tonight.
Well, let's put it this way.
That happens to me too.
Maybe you weren't feeling so fine, but like now that you're watching the broadcast, I mean, I hope so. Hey, can we do that for you? Can we give you a little fun on a Wednesday for a couple hours?
I'm fine. Okay, good. All right.
He's fine. Okay, excellent.
Don't scare me.
Well, you know, you hear things that's happening to people. I mean, oh man. I had a friend go into the hospital recently.
I know.
Experiencing like digestive pain. They say, "Oh, your gallbladder is toast." It's like, so you need to go into surgery like now. What the? Yeah. How does that just go kaput?
Thank you, Dime.
When your appendix starts giving you a little pain in the side, it's a pretty superfluous organ. But the gallbladder is actually useful. Oh. It does something. You know?
Yeah, well.
You can do without it. So.
But why would you want
Why would you? It's sort of like, I have 2 kidneys. I don't really need 2 kidneys.
Laissez Fairs, hi. Good to see you.
It's okay to have a spare now, isn't it? You know?
Wait, where's my drink? That's a good question.
Wait. Hello, John.
John, it is a good question, John.
Now, coming from where you're coming from, I'm thinking, that's very redundant. I'm thinking to myself, where is your drink? I mean, can't you just go, hello, and like they just bring her over?
I see myself and I'm like, I gotta stand up straight because it's just like.
Oh yes.
I'm like, because
Gotta be
I don't. Yes. Gettysburg, ma'am. Hi.
So nice to see you.
Yes, we've got something to open that came in the mail today.
As a matter of fact, good.
Very excited for that.
I got to tell you, that's excellent because you know the mail. This is going to come in a week. I don't know. I'm really glad that it ran on schedule and we got it. So this is a good thing. We were actually sending out cards today.
Yes, if you want a Christmas card from us, send us your address.
Send us your address. Yeah, just PM us and we'll take care of that from here.
Oh, Eric says, I'm going to open my Seagrams. All right. Okay, well, since you're going to open your Seagrams, I will make a drink.
Well, I think it's high time, isn't it?
It's high. It's past high time.
By Seagrams, do you mean your 7, so for a 7 and 7? Or do you mean the bottle of Seagrams gin or the bottle of Seagrams vodka? Just asking.
I temped at Seagrams one time.
Oh, wow.
It was
the only place where you can be loaded all day long.
Well, the weird thing,
you can't do that.
The weird thing was, I had nothing to do. I mean, this was back before we all had the internet. Mm-hmm. So I'm sending out my cards tomorrow. Oh, please, send it.
Please.
Oh, yeah. Hi, Satellite. Good to see you.
Hey.
So Prosecco tonight. Lisa, I'm jealous. I wish we had some Prosecco.
I wish we had some Prosecco. I just, we thought about it real late, and I was like, I don't think I got time, and actually, I would not have.
I'm gonna make some drinks and open the envelope.
But I think we're gonna have some Prosecco tomorrow.
But when I was talking about temping at Seagrams, this is back before we all had the internet. This is back in the early 90s, and I had nothing to do, so I was just reading magazines all day. Mm-hmm. And this woman came up to me, like the woman I was working for, and she's just like, "Whenever someone walks by, you need to look up." I'm like, okay. Yeah, whatever. It was weird. Hi, Mom! Oh, thank you, Peter.
Thanks, Peter.
Thank you.
Yeah, she made these.
It was weird. And then, I just remember I got a Perrier Jouet calendar. They were just giving them away. So I got one. Yeah, exactly.
Your manners at the desk are not very good, but here's a calendar.
But it was I had nothing to do. It was I got paid to sit there and read magazines all day. Kind of a good job in hindsight.
We've all done these idiotic jobs.
In hindsight.
I remember one where I was, my job was basically to do a follow-up with people about some survey. And I'm like, so kind of telemarketing, huh? Wow, that was pretty horrible. And I asked the gal, okay, so we do this. So when's the lunch break? And she said, we'll see. Like that depended on how well I did or something. I'm like,
that's not legal.
That's actually not legal, you know?
That's not legal.
I hate to point that out to you as somebody who is not a lawyer, but I do know what is standard practice.
You don't have to be a lawyer to know
that BS. So, yeah, I did that job for 3 days and said, that's the end of this agency. Bad news. So, but you have that freedom at that point in time.
We all have stories. We
all do.
Anyone who's temped has temp stories. Mm-hmm. Yeah. There was a time I temped at the New York Bar Association, and I'm not talking about the fun kind of bar where you go drink. And the thing about that was the phone was ringing off the hook, and you had to answer this thank you for calling, blah, 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 blah. It was like this whole monologue, and anyway, whatever. I am making something I'm calling Uncle Lewis.
Anybody here for a little Christmas vacation? I think so.
Uncle Lewis. Okay, I can go back because I know what I'm doing.
You got it.
Yeah. They don't want you to demonstrate that you have a best job. Oh, nice, Peter.
Yeah.
Found a good Bordeaux. All right. I'm just gonna wing it with this.
Wing.
Okay, so this is basically it's the Uncle Lewis. I did 2 ounces of bourbon. I'm going to do a 1/4 ounce sweet vermouth.
Sweet vermouth.
It has sweet and dry vermouth.
Nice. I didn't actually name check which vermouth I handed you. That was the sweet.
Oh, it's here for Christmas vacation. I know. I got
It must be the dry.
The dolls behind me. I'll hold them up after this.
I must display.
A 1/4 ounce dry vermouth. Gotta be careful there. Doing an Aunt Sandy pour. And the Uncle Lewis ingredient. Thank you. 4 dashes, Feed Brothers Turkish Tobacco Bitters. You're not doing anything constructive. Go out to the living room, get my stogie.
Will it be salty? No, but it'll be bitter. There we go.
Arrow, hi!
Oh, no.
Hi, Mars Nova. Good to see
Hey, Mars.
you.
Got fired for keeping.
Oh, for keeping a newspaper at my desk. That reminds me. Oh my God, I have a story after this, Mars.
Stupid temp jobs are us. Here we go. I've launched them. I tell you.
Oh, because you're wrong. It didn't even go. It didn't even go in one ear. Not to mention out the other. Oh, Errol. Yes, Mars. Okay, so I had a job, and actually Paul was working at the same company. Thank you. He's gonna get me some ice. Where I had to. I was working for. I'm not going to say what her job was, but I was working for this woman, and there was nothing to do. Again, like I was bored out of my skull. But she was like, you can't surf the internet, you can't read, you can't, like do anything. Like she just wanted you. She was afraid that if I didn't look busy all the time, that she would lose her assistant.
Yep. Which I suppose was a genuine fear, but I also think, but you had a respected position at this company as well, so I don't know.
Damn it, Bethany, he guessed.
How insecure are you? And this is the question that comes in. But she was a little high strung.
She was very high strung.
Yeah, understatement of the.
But since I was bored out of my skull, what I would do was I would take scripts because I could use the copy machine because like she's making copies. So I would just like take my books and my scripts and whatever and Xerox them and then sit at the desk and read. And it looked like I was reading copies documents
of things that I had. It's like this is a very productive use of time. Much more so than the actual person there was indicating. And I think, okay, yeah.
And
good one, Dad.
Strain into a rocks glass. I'm going to add a twist.
A twist? Got in back.
Thank you.
There we go.
All right.
Used it all up this time.
Garnish with a twist. The Uncle Lewis, which is actually a perfect Manhattan with the addition of the tobacco bitters.
Tobacco bitters, which is a little different. And it's distinct flavor in those tobacco bitters. That's a new one on us from Fee Brothers. I don't know how long they've had it on the market. But it's
Stephen Wright.
It's a great drink or a great one to use in something like this, which is like a very, very low ingredient drink. So.
From Stephen Wright. Was that a job interview?
Yeah.
I took out a book and started reading it. The interviewer said, "What the hell are you doing?" I said, "Let me ask you something. If you're in a vehicle traveling at the speed of light and turn on your headlights, would they do anything?" Oh, God. Interviewer said, "I don't know." I said, "Forget it. Then I don't want to work for you." Yes, here they are. The Christmas Vacation dolls.
The Fisher Price.
There's no Lewis, but there's Clark up there, and Eddie, and Ellen, and Bethany. I love them.
Fun thing that you found. Yes,
on the back it says, "Welcome to our fun, old-fashioned family Christmas."
It's interesting that they identify the dolls here as Clark, Ellen, and Bethany, and Ellen's cousin. It's like, Eddie? We all know Eddie. You could have called him Eddie.
Oh, Julie, that's so funny.
Strange, but true.
I didn't realize there were all these little people collector sets. I didn't either. I honestly didn't either. The Rolling Stone one cracked me up. And then I was at Target the other day and saw a toddler's shirt with the Rolling Stones logo on it. That's funny.
Do you remember when that was like, one of the most dangerous bands out there, and now it's just like, oh, it's just a brand.
Yes, Gettysburg,
that big tongue is
do
just,
need that in your life.
Just a brand.
You do need that in your life.
Please.
All right, make a drink so we can open the envelope.
Oh, yeah. Excellent idea. Shall we return to...
Yes.
The phone one out, and I figured out I'm doing, I think the one... What's the one on top, anyway? Let me see the other one again.
Oh.
Yeah, that's good. Oh, I didn't get the spice pear. Dang it. All right.
It said 0.2 ounces of rye.
Oh, wow. That's a pretty low count.
Oops. I think you meant 2 ounces.
You damn skippy, I did. Okay.
Yeah, he would be sad with 0.2 ounces of rye.
If I really followed that formula, I'd be on the happy.
Pasta therapy.
Well, that works.
Yeah, that does work.
Mm-hmm.
I'm enjoying the Uncle Lewis quite a bit.
Okay. Now, where is... Did he get in?
What are you looking for?
No. The spiced pear.
Look in the cabinet.
Ah. moved around.
I don't remember actually.
Okay, we'll take.
Or look on the cart. I don't know.
Look on the cart. Wasn't seeing. So. No,
I love pasta too.
No.
Did you look on the bottom of the bar cart?
Yeah, I wasn't seeing.
Oh.
But
it's definitely
things
around here somewhere.
I'll give it a second look.
Look out in the tiki too, if you really can't find it.
Okay. Things moved around a lot.
Do you want me to go look?
No, I'm looking. You're vamping.
I'm vamping. I was looking. Pasta. Everyone loves pasta, right? Oh, hi, Russ. Good to see you. Russ's first custom Funkos. Now these guys screwed again. I know. Gotta have all the things, right? Ugh. When it's something you really care about. I mean, I don't need to have like everything that comes out, but I had to have these. Dime. Oh, Dime, thank you. Oh, good. I'll share it. Yes, Dime will be joining us on our 24-hour live New Year's Eve broadcast. So he sent us a promo video.
Oh, very good. That'd be great to have.
Yes, please join us New Year's Eve, starting at 6 a.m. Eastern. We will be ringing in the new year in every time zone.
If you are interested to join us in that and you have capacity to do some entertainment, perhaps a DJ set like some of our correspondents are doing with us, then let us know. We'd be glad to add you to the lineup. I think we could particularly use a little hand at the beginning of the day, at the beginning of the New Year's Day.
He doesn't want to start at 6 a.m. We have to be up to.
We will
be
starting at 6 a.m. to start the broadcast,
yeah.
Of course. But like that, the beginning of basically the first half of the day, from 6 until 6 pretty much, is actually a little sparse. So I guess that's a long stretch for us to be on camera. So if we could have a little ad with that, that'd be great. Because the New Year's Day starts in New Zealand and proceeds around the world. I keep thinking that some of our correspondents down under wouldn't mind chiming in at midnight their time. That'd be great.
Eric says we're taking bets on when you guys will start sleeping in shifts. Pasta with a nice Chianti is like chocolate and peanut butter, Peter says.
Oh, boy.
Pasta and Chianti is good.
It's a nice little thing. Pardon me. I realize that.
I know.
A little bit of ick on
yeah,
this.
well, I'm sure sleeping will happen. Ooh, Lisa made pasta for 2 meals. She was upset when she found out I dug into the fridge and ate both. I calmed her down with some wine. Not really. She just expected it. Oh.
And there we go.
Oh.
Anyway, this one starts out with, this one is called Your Santa is Intoxicated. Your Santa Claus is intoxicated.
Your Santa Claus is intoxicated.
We'll all remember from a different Christmas movie, of course. Classic sort of a thing.
Miracle on 34th Street.
Also a Thanksgiving movie, like one of the few out there. So let's actually give me 2 ounces of rye.
I hope there's enough for my rye drink.
This should be.
Get the mistletoe off of there.
I could have poured with mistletoe. Yeah.
I also have a rye drink for the second round.
Yeah. Let's see here. Looked like there was another 2. Yeah, I think you get like a straight 2 ounce pour out of that. Hope so.
I hope.
You can just pad that out with a little bourbon. And
well, that would be funny.
Yeah.
That would be funny, actually.
Any bourbon?
Okay.
Half ounce of the vanilla liqueur, please. I will go with. Okay.
I was also going to use
Madagascar.
the vanilla. We're on the same wavelength tonight.
Ting, ting, ting. You know? Psycho Network. Let's see.
Did you get you did get the orange bitters.
I did, in fact, yes. Here we go. So that's the vanilla.
Oh, Dime says I miss carbs. Oh.
You know. Well.
Thank you.
They do, in fact, hang around. And you can definitely modify what you're doing with the carbs. You don't have to go completely non-carb. There are diets that are like that. There are like specific meal plans that are just like, all you eat is, fats and whatever. And it's like they tend to be effective at their intended goal, but I think that it's all repetitive.
Well, I know, but if you're diabetic or something, like obviously you have a special diet.
If you have a special and you're working with it and it's actually treating, then well, there you go, done. And I will take that spiced pear in front of me, which I just got. Aha! What do you know? It achieved a hat.
Would anyone object to me sitting down now and then as a DJ? I plan to sit down plenty of times during this broadcast time, so please sit down.
Don't mind if we do. Half ounce of the spiced pear liqueur. This one is the St. George Spirits.
The most important thing is to have fun.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly. Marty, aloha. Thank you. Yes, I got this at Jet Set last weekend from Jane.
Yeah.
Yes, for those of you just joining us, my Christmas crown is from Crowns by Jane. So, yes, if you're in the market for a crown, Crowns by Jane.
I will take that lemon, please.
Yes, you will. Peter's saying, what is everyone's favorite sauce to go with pasta? Mine would be bolognese.
I'm very fond of a puttanesca sauce.
I like a Fra Diavolo.
Basically, with all of the salty, preserved, veggie kind of things, works really well. It is ridiculously salty because it starts out with the not sardines, but
anchovies.
Anchovies, yes. But you break those down for flavor.
Hi, Jeff. Good to see you.
So. And
happy holidays to you.
Happy holidays. Ba, 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 ba. And what else goes with this thing? Dash of orange bitters. Okay, there we go. That's all I need to know. Da, 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 da.
Yes, you can sit down all you want in the New Year's Eve broadcast.
Do what you need. Do what you got. Shake with ice.
Oh, thank you, Gettysburg, ma'am. She's reminding people to give us a thumbs up. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Thank you. Much appreciated. For what it's worth on this venue, these venues, and sometimes I really wonder, but it could not hurt.
Oh, Errol says, I love Italian and Mexican. Neither are good for the waistline.
Oh.
I know, but I knew this Italian woman who was so thin, and she ate food. She had good portion control, I guess.
Yeah. I'll take some decor. I'll take yeah, well actually if you just bring that over.
I'll just let you choose.
Let's decor them.
Let you choose your own decor.
These fun little guys, I would have said go to our store, but it's not there anymore. These twist around the neck of your glass, and just to the point where they lock right in, which is kind of great. A couple of palm bombs.
Do you have all the decor you need? No, you don't.
Oh, no. We have these little guys, which are in fact tiny little Christmas balls.
You're good now.
So now we're good. And you attach this. This has this sort of an earring contraption.
Eric, I'm already there.
And that'll pop right around the ball.
Eric says, I hate the fact that we're starting to approach hand lotion weather. I'm already there.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, we're in.
Yeah.
Aren't we in? And
our house is so dry. One of our plants started to die.
Started wilting.
We had to just put it in a room and leave the humidifier on all day.
Just crank it, and it's doing much better.
Bring it back to life. It is doing a lot better.
Yeah. I know that you get to the winter, heat comes on, and it dries everything out, and plants that are used to more humidity or really need it will be pretty unhappy.
Peter says, another anchovy aficionado. Here, we must stick together.
Oh.
I love it.
I like them. And, a lot of people are like, anchovies, yuck. And I think it's not like you're supposed to take a fork, open a can, and start eating them. They are brackish. You got to be careful. But as a flavor agent, you put it in some olive oil, break them down, the base of a sauce, a lot of garlic, capers, the tomato sauce. I just use like crushed tomatoes, really. Just cook all that through, a ton of garlic. You get a really great sauce, and you don't need to salt it or anything. It's everything you're throwing in is salty. So.
Oh, I'm gonna drop Jane's link. And then we're going to open the envelope we got from Gettysburg Map today.
This formula originally called for a splash of Prosecco, which we don't have. I'm going to add a splash of the seltzer. I think that'll open this up a little bit. There we go, just a little. A little on top. And there we go.
All right, I got to find her.
Your Santa Claus could get intoxicated on this thing. But it would take a few rounds.
I wouldn't mind getting intoxicated. Oh, wait, did I say that with my outside voice? Shoot.
Did we all hear that? Yeah, I think we did. Well, the nature of this show is that we are here, we're not going anywhere. So if we have a few drinks, which is the other nature of this show,
all right, then
that's quite all right.
I'm going to drop her Instagram. And that way, anyone who's interested in a crown
can get in touch with Jane. She has some interesting things in stock right now, and I think that she can make to order too. So,
not sure if you can wait. Oh, hold on. I'm greasy all the time. No lotion needed here, Errol.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, Julie says my brother makes a delicious brown butter and garlic sauce. That sounds amazing.
Man. That sounds really good.
I love garlic.
Yep.
Honestly. Need to get a small space heater for the basement, otherwise I'll have to DJ in a jacket. Oh, jeez. Oh.
Yeah, you need like a full suit and like this big wool thing. Got to get that vest. For
Hi,
that corporate
Ken.
Look, you know.
Ken says I want me some anchovy sin butter. Oh, yep. Peter says I do enjoy a Sicilian slice with anchovies, mushrooms, and peppers. This all sounds so good.
That sounds very nice.
Marjorie says I make my own tomato sauce from a can of diced tomatoes with peppers and onions, minced garlic. I have a squeeze of ketchup, a tablespoon of olive brine, and bring it to a boil. I add Italian seasoning. That sounds good.
That works fine.
That sounds great.
Definitely.
All right, let's open the card.
Yes, let's do it.
Yeah.
The other thing about sauces, I think the most popular in the world is a carbonara, and I like that too. So let's actually go with. I got something to open.
Okay. Yeah. All right. He's all prepared.
Have my professional letter opener from the Swiss Army here. For a long time, I kind of used this thing to open letters. I'm like, isn't this like a little expensive as a letter opener? But these days, I use most tools on this thing most days. You know, one day or another, I'm using one thing or another, particularly the awl.
Garlic is a super spirit food.
Okay.
Yeah.
Here we go.
All right.
Dun, 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 dun.
Oh my God! Oh my God! He's from Bam! I love it. Oh my God! It's us.
It's us again.
I love it so
Thank you.
much.
This is very cool.
Thank you.
That's lovely.
Oh my gosh! It makes me so happy. Oh.
Oh, jeez.
Oh my God! I love it.
You thought of us in that way. That's awesome.
No. It makes me so happy. I need to put this Can I post this?
I'm sure you could post it.
I've got
It'll go on display in here.
Wishing you the happiest Christmas since Bing Crosby tap dance with Danny censored K. Oh, I love it.
I do
Thank you
appreciate the
so
happiest
much.
Christmas.
Oh, I love it.
Remarkable resemblance, I gotta say.
Oh my gosh, yes, it's so good.
Too good.
It's so good. Oh my gosh, yeah, please share your link, you know.
Let us know.
Yeah, please.
Very cool. We'll just put this back here where it can be kind of visible.
I'm going to put it right there, in front of the record.
You're blocking a record.
That's okay.
Well, you could put that somewhere else.
All right, I'll put it in front of the kernel.
The kernel.
You know, I'll put it here.
Yes.
And then it's not blocking the kernel.
Excellent. Now it's not blocking the kernel.
There, now it's not blocking. Oh,
the kernel is
the light is
contemplating
kind of
us,
shining
and
on it, but
falling asleep to us.
the light's kind of shining on it, but
Let's see.
I just love it so much. Okay. Oh, that's better. Wait,
if I just hold it like that.
Yeah, if you just stand there like that for the rest of the broadcast.
Okay, folks. Luckily, I have a free arm, and we can just sort of take care of business over here.
It's wonderful. Yay.
Marvelous. Actually, that kind of stayed. Quick.
Oh, okay,
Quick.
yeah. Yes.
It will shift again, but that's okay.
Well, it's tilting forward, but I think there's something blocking it.
It's good.
So
it's kind of like I think it's just the friction from the. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Leave it.
Don't touch it.
There we go.
I love
boom,
it.
Boom,
so
boom,
much.
Awesome. Yeah, that's just fantastic.
Oh,
thank you.
Oh yeah, I definitely want to post it. It's so good.
Oh, yeah.
It's amazing.
Oh yeah.
Amazing.
So where was that made? If you want to drop the link so people can know.
Yeah, please.
That's remarkable.
Please drop the link.
We just got our Christmas cards that were made through Canva, I believe, because you make them in Canva, which is an app. It's an online app that you monthly fee for it, and Canva will actually do printing for you
actually,
too.
Canva has a free version, but
there's a free version.
I pay.
Oh, well, there we go. See?
I pay because I use it all the time.
Well, you get more features when you pay. It's just one of those things.
Does anyone make Tom and Jerry's anymore? We have,
done
Jeff.
That.
We have done that. It's been a while. Do we have the stuff?
We do. It's a sort of eggnog, but you don't make it like a bowl of eggnog. You make what's called a batter, and then you throw in a glass, add your booze, and then top up with hot water.
Please share your link.
That's a Tom and Jerry. Yeah.
Please, yeah.
Excellent. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Good.
I love it.
Good deal. Yeah. Let's
I hope you will share your link.
Please.
Hi, Mike. Good to see you. Hanging out in Port Townsend, quaffing a Belching Beaver peanut butter stout
Hey.
With cocktail buddies, Steve and
Hi,
Betty.
Mike. Hi, Steve. Hi, Betty.
Hello. Good
Or is
to
that Bet?
see you.
One or the other.
Betty or Bet?
Yeah, one of those things.
I gotta know.
Yeah, please. Got to make sure
Gotta know.
if we see
Gotta
her, I
know.
don't want to say it wrong.
I know.
But definitely. Belching Beaver sounds like that label's got to be a ton of fun.
All right. Okay.
Got him.
Oh, Lisa says I have Tom and Jerry mix from Trader Vic's. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
I feel like we had that a long time
Ages
ago.
ago.
Yeah,
Ages
yeah.
ago. It's like they package the batter, and you really are like tablespoon worth in a glass. Add your hooch, and I think it's boiling water reconstitutes.
She's
all
Betty.
that.
She's Betty. You bet.
Betty Bet. Ah. There you go. Well, hanging out Port Townsend, quoting Mr. Townsend. Ha ha ha.
The Uncle Lewis is good, and it's disappearing quickly.
You know what? I'm going to put a twist in this. That's a good idea for this. Totally forgot. There's like a shorty twist, which I'll take. The shorty twist.
Yeah.
Not for Pete's sake.
Pete had nothing to do with that. I'm just saying.
And one at a time, please. Wipe it off. It'll be fine.
Wipe it off.
Yeah.
Just wipe it off.
No, just get the schmutz off.
You gotta turn the bar lights aren't on.
I put them on. Did they conk? Uh-oh.
They need new batteries. But we need new batteries.
Well, we have such things.
It's killing my Christmas spirit.
You can't see them, so that's good. Otherwise, I'd have to replace them right now.
They can't see them, but I
Can't
can.
see them. You can see them. I know.
Destroying my holiday spirit.
Gee, what's wrong with you guys? Yeah, they're on.
Oh,
See?
now they're on.
There you go. Yep. Got to make sure.
Oh, you know what? They need new batteries because that yellow one is super dim.
This one does look dim over here. Well, you know, these operate for a while and then they
New
kind of conk out.
batteries.
Absolutely. These are those short strands with the two AA cells that you can get at the drugstore, and they're a lot of fun. They're not really designed to be durable, but we've had some for years. So.
Oh my gosh, Kitty's Remember says I went for batteries the other day for a gift and couldn't find any anywhere. No.
Battery
Really?
shortage?
Really?
Wow.
Does your drink make you want to smoke a stogie? Definitely has the tobacco.
It's got that
feel to
smoky
it.
flavor to it,
Mhm.
which is interesting because the tobacco bitters actually taste like the aroma of unburnt tobacco. The aroma of burnt tobacco, of course, is an ashtray, and nobody needs that.
You could do the lit cinnamon stick thing with this.
Yeah, you could. That's a great idea. We've seen
Now
that
that
in
it's
bars.
almost gone, you
Yeah.
could. I had a drink called the cigar or something, and the garnish was a cinnamon stick that they had like
Torched. Yeah.
So yeah.
And it would just kind of smoke away, and it was very aromatic smoke. It's kind of nice, you know. And there inside a bar, it's just like this very, very low key wafting happening above your drink.
Mike says did some hiking today and have retired to Siren's Cocktail Lounge to recover.
Ah, there
You
we go.
earned it.
Ooh, yeah.
You earned it.
I like the sound of Siren's Cocktail Lounge myself.
As long as her drink doesn't make her want to light her tree on fire.
So what's the matter with you?
Louis? My tree!
You know, Louis doesn't realize that he himself is on fire, so talk about checked out. Jeez, Louis.
This way, a clerk might need to get up if he's not doing anything. If you're not doing anything constructive, go to the living room, get my stogie.
He keeps it up, and might be his last Christmas.
Exactly. He's an old man. Might be his last Christmas. If he keeps it up, it will be his last Christmas. I have another Christmas vacation drink after this one.
Aha. Well, this one actually seems to be disappearing slightly fast, but there's not too much to
Daniel, hi, good to see you.
Like any Manhattan-style cocktail, it's all booze. There's not too much to it volume-wise, and it can go down very fast. So always remember with those, nurse it along. Nurse it along.
It
Good
doesn't
idea.
happen if you handle your stogie like Betty
Betty!
Davis.
Well, Betty was a professional smoker. In fact, I think of her as a smoker the way I think of the quote from John Waters, who says, "I'm not a heavy smoker. I am a cigarette." Or Frank Zappa, who said that cigarettes are not like, they're not a drug, they're a food. And I think, yeah, well, he would light up in the morning and just chant all day long. You know, and eventually it caught up with him, and I think, well, what about that, Frank? And no answer to that. So
He was dead.
he was dead. That's what was that.
He couldn't
There you
answer
go.
that one, but
You couldn't answer because you're dead. So there's the thing. Cigarettes, I don't have a lot of time for. An occasional stogie, but don't tell my medical plan.
Julie says, after last week, I don't know, Margot, has been stuck in my head. Oh.
Yeah, seriously.
I got a good one for you.
Yes.
I already told you about this.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Kelly has Betty Davis eyes. Oh my gosh, the Betty Davis ornament just went around on the tree.
Coincidence?
Yeah, the rotating tree. I have a Betty Davis ornament.
There was in fact a Betty Davis ornament. Yeah. Did you make that one?
I did.
You did
make that one.
Yeah.
We were okay. Do people here know the Drunken Santa's Coming to Town? The song Drunken Santa's Coming to Town.
It's off of this X-rated Christmas CD somebody put out years ago, which has some pretty rough stuff on it. Drunken Santa itself is pretty rough.
Oh, you're much better with pure tobacco versus whatever the heck they put in cigarettes. Yeah, probably.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
I'm not an expert, but I would imagine.
You can read what goes in there. There's a lot of stuff to make it burn, and a lot of stuff to slow down the burning, and a lot of stuff to make it taste better. That's called flavor solutions. And you think, if I wanted to smoke, why don't I just put some tobacco in paper and roll it up and smoke? You know. So there's a lot of crap in there, and I think, in terms of what comes out the other end, no. Why would you breathe that? So.
Oh, but anyway, I was saying.
Yep.
The song, "Here Comes Amazon," is in my head. Oh, jeez. So there's Drunken Santa's Coming to Town to the tune of Santa Claus is Coming to Town. And we were listening to the Partridge Family Christmas album, and David sings
a classic.
Santa Claus is Coming to Town, and my brain like corrupted
Conflated
it,
all these.
and now I have David Cassidy singing Drunken Santa is Coming to Town stuck in my head. He never sang it, but
no.
in my brain, he's like, I'm hearing it as David Cassidy singing it.
Corrupted iPod of the mind, and away we go. That happens to me all the time. Absolutely. Just like two things come together, I'm like, oh yeah, and then you realize later, no, actually he never sung that, you know.
Drunken Santa's coming to town. He's coming. He's coming.
If you do not have a copy of the Partridge Family, but you are a fan of the era and of kitschy stuff, well worth your time. Their Christmas album. Commonly available. I think
Eric,
there was a gazillion of them back in
I
the day.
love that one.
Yeah.
Eric says, could be worse. There's I farted on Santa's lap. Now Christmas is going to stink for me. I love that one.
Great one.
Yeah,
that's bloody hilarious.
Yes.
Because they have this kid singer doing it, and she just plays it straight up, you know.
Well, and the funny thing is, like, now she goes, "Mom made beans for dinner. You know, I ate them all." And now whenever one of us finishes a plate of food, you're like, "You know, I ate it all."
But yeah, there's a lot of off-color Christmas stuff out there. Some of it is like a little risque, and some of it is just kind of funny stuff. So.
Oh, like 12 Days of Christmas.
Faye McKay.
D-A-Z-E by Faye McKay.
That's just she. If
you don't know that one,
speaking of Vegas, baby, that one is bloody hell hilarious, and a classic of its own sort. That was her signature piece, but she was a Vegas entertainer for I don't know, 40 years anyway, probably more.
Faye McKay. Highly recommend.
A classic. People, when I worked in the store, people would ask for that all the time, but it was on a 45. That was actually hard to find. And as a matter of fact, I have never seen it in the wild. A friend of mine actually got a copy and said, I don't really want this in my house anymore, but if you could record this for me, then you can have it. I'm like, done deal. Absolutely. So now we own. And it's a funny cover.
Have I seen it?
You've seen it. It's around. She's sort of like dressed in feathers and reclining, and she's sort of looking very bird-like. I think she's thinking about the partridge and the calling birds and the hens and all the damn birds, you know. In terms of risque, that's also hilarious. William Conrad, early 70s, recorded a version of those letters of the 12 Days to Christmas.
Oh, yeah.
You've probably seen. That gets definitely off-color language, but his enunciation is bloody hilarious.
She killed Uncle Lewis. What's Jesse doing?
So you can look that up.
Oh my gosh. My dad smoked a pipe too.
My dad apparently did not. But his father did, and my mother's father did. All that generation smoked a pipe.
I'm having a very quick water break.
Water break's a good idea.
Hi, Nick.
Hey,
Thank you. Good
excellent.
to see you, Nick.
Yeah. This is actually much better when you throw a splash on top of it. It's like it's very tart to begin with. You loosen it up a little bit. If you had Prosecco, it'd be great. I just threw some seltzer, and it's
supposed
really
to
nice.
have Prosecco.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's a good thing. It's
Josie's in her wine box right now. I love it. I love it.
Excellent.
Oh my God.
Great place to be. It's funny because usually it's the cat who gets in the box, but now it's the bird in the box.
No.
Hello. Okay. Guess they all like such things. It's a safe space. There's the thing.
Thanks, Nick. I bought this at Jet Set last weekend. Our friend Jane makes them.
Mm-hmm.
So good. Crowns by Jane.
How many vintage, tiny miniature Christmas trees need to be sacrificed?
Oh, Daniel says my dad currently smokes a pipe. Barry says maybe Glendora should give Josie some wine boxes for Christmas. I think Glendora could probably spare a few wine boxes.
You know, you think that there might be a few kicking around the recycle bin? Yeah, I'm kind of thinking so.
We had a neighbor who, when I was a kid, sat on his porch every night and smoked a cherry tobacco pipe. It smelled amazing.
Yeah.
No!
Yeah,
Memories like that, yeah.
Cigarette smoke is like, oh, good grief. Pipe tobacco is very aromatic and kind of nice, you know. Now, if you do it in the house, everything smells like that. So it's probably best if you do it on the porch like that.
Yeah.
And there's a nice thing. But frankly, even a nice stove can have a nice aroma. You know, it's a lot rawer than the tobacco, the pipe tobacco. But still, I appreciate that more than.
Currently chewing a cardboard box to smithereens. Oh, jeez.
Well, it's very important to have the appropriate toys with the animals, and you can go to the pet store and choose like very careful squeak toys and everything, and then the cat's just going to play with the box, and the bird's going to just hide in the box. So there you go.
Yep. Cardboard.
Just go to the supermarket and say, "You got any boxes you're throwing away?" Boom, done.
Did you bring over extra shakers?
There is one extra shaker that I can access right now, if you're interested, and you are.
I'm having my water. I'm being good.
That's correct.
And then I'm going to make another drink.
There you go.
Thank you.
That will do the job. And then I have to scrub another shaker if I'm shaking. But
I love this so much.
Mm-hmm.
The card Gettysburg man made this us. I just love it so much. I'm going to frame it.
Yeah. That's looking like us. I kind of feel like that's our Christmas card next year.
I know.
But this is
we'll
your
buy
card
a bunch
this year,
of them
so,
from you.
Yeah, we see.
There we go. We'll just buy like a whole bunch of them from you.
We can. We have resources. The resources right there. So there we have it.
Yep.
There you have it.
All right. Next year's
Very
card.
cool.
It's already chosen.
It's much appreciated. And it's fantastic that these resources are available to you. You know, today people can do that at the desktop.
We have very talented friends.
We have very talented friends. You're looking at some of them right here.
I know.
You know, you designed our card in Canva and it looks fab. Print came out great. We had a couple of good pictures to start with.
Well, it's photos.
But it's photos. It's good high res and good colors, and you put a little decor on it, and it looks just marvelous. So I gotta say.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
But yeah, take good pictures. You find yourself a good Christmas card. You know, for years we actually did that by printing them, which cost you a lot in ink. And then for a while we were printing the pictures over at the drugstore. That works fine. That works just fine. And then of course there are a ton of services that'll do it for you for various money. But ultimately the actual print via a plate, like a print on demand kind of thing, I like the quality of that a lot, and you get a nice heavy cardboard too. So
he's a good brother-in-law. Oh, Errol, I love it.
Oh, excellent. Excellent.
All right.
Yeah.
I had my water. I'm hydrated. All right. You know what that means?
It's time for round 2.
Round 2.
Whoopee.
Okay. Jeez. Did you get that reference?
No, that's a pretty dated reference.
That's a Halloween reference.
But the Halloween, which feels like it was just yesterday, is long gone. Here we are. Well into the season. Right. Here I am in the hat. Her hat is on fire.
Oh my gosh. Halloween seems so long ago.
And we are talking less than 2 months.
Yeah.
That's just amazing. But
seems so long ago.
This is that time of the year when the time just rotates.
It's just going
like bang,
so
bang,
fast.
Bang.
I realized
Bang, bang,
I had
bang.
a voice lesson yesterday. I realized I'm not going to have another one till after the new year.
Yeah. Yeah.
I love my voice teacher.
Yeah, well, he's
Impressed I won't
fantastic.
see him until after the New Year.
He's a classic Broadway actor, as a matter of fact. So.
Oh yeah. Lisa says, my avian vet says wine boxes are okay for Josie to tear up. The printed stuff is made of vegetable dyes, and birds won't ingest the cardboard, and it's normal for them to use it for nesting material.
You think about the fact that it's food packaging, so anything on the outside could potentially contact the food, so it does actually have to be basically edible.
Peter says Easter seems like it was yesterday. Really? Oh my gosh. I'm thinking about, I was in a film at the end of May, and that feels like it was a year ago to me.
Long time.
Katie turned me up and says it is going fast. I needed to slow down a bit. I know, me too. I'm with you. I need, because I'm just like, the days are packed. The days are packed. I know, I'm with you.
They're
slow
packed.
Down.
Oh man, that's the stuff.
Oh
but that's just the nature of life.
Yeah, it really is.
I do sometimes stop and say, well, what did you do for the past week? And there's all these projects. I'm like, yeah, you got all that done. Okay. So that is, and that's good, and you're in good shape. Interesting. Oh, this sounds like a good vary up about.
All right. I'm doing another.
A serious variation on that first one. Yeah, and kind of a very in the family of what I'm having right now.
Yes.
As a matter of fact.
So my next drink I'm calling the Frank Shirley. All of you Christmas vacation fans. The Frank Shirley.
Getting a lot of vacations.
Do you hold my mistletoe, please?
Be glad to.
Thank you. I hope there's enough rye here. Aw. You didn't hold it over your head. 2 ounces of rye for the Frank Shirley.
You should be close.
Oh!
1.5. Well, you could tap that off with a little something else.
Yeah, it just needs like a tiny bit of. And now we need rye. Okay.
I guess we're out of rye.
Okay, we can go back to the broadcast. I know what I'm doing. Okay, all right. 2 ounces of rye. I'm just going to cheat with a little bit of bourbon because I ran out of rye.
It's all whiskey. End of the day, what goes into both of them is probably the same ingredients in different proportions, which is pretty typical.
Okay. Tiny bit more whiskey.
Just a little bit. Yeah. So it's really only ½ ounce of the bourbon to top that up. Yeah. Okay. These things.
There we go.
I think about the things we did to get ready for Thanksgiving, which we host here, including install a security camera on the outside of the house.
Frank Shirley.
It was
right here.
A lot of effort to get it hardwired, but once it's in, it's good. It's gold. So hello.
From his happy holiday slumber over there on
Melody
Lane with all the other rich people.
And I want to tell him apparently, this is trivia on the IMDb. All the people facing him were holding cards with the actual things he's shouting out. So when he was facing them and they're got their backs to the camera, it's just like read them right off, one in a row. Lily livered, spineless, heartless, and some things I can't say on the air, but yes.
Hopeless, helpless.
Brainless, it's a great rant. I really, really do enjoy that rant. It's a good thing to just like throw down as a post on social media during the season.
2 ounces of rye, a ½ ounce vanilla liqueur. I am making the Frank Shirley. Shirley, you can't be serious. Okay.
Yes, I am. And please stop calling me Shirley.
Don't call me Shirley. ½ ounce fresh lemon juice. And back to the Turkish tobacco bitters, 4 dashes. Fee Brothers, Turkish tobacco bitters. Peter says, I remember listening to a David Johansen interview on WFMU and having pasta and Chianti in the day before Easter. That sounds great.
It's a good place to be. Hello. He was probably being interviewed on the Telephonic Todd show.
Was it?
I could be wrong. That or Mike Shelley. They do the interviews that I know.
Mike Shelley does a lot of interviews.
He does a lot of interviews. He does good interviews. He had a good one with Al Jardine, where it was pretty clear that Al had this vague notion of who the hell he was talking to. But while he was talking, it was pretty clear that Mike knew what the hell he was talking about. And I think he was like, oh, okay, this is a real guy. And it's like, yeah, your press guy didn't
No,
really
it's a
prep you
fake
appropriately.
guy. Really?
Jeez.
Okay.
His press guy was apparently like, he's going to talk for 20 minutes and you're done. Out of there. It's like, okay. Jeez. But yeah. But it's a good interview. And Todd, talking to, within the past year, did Tommy James. That's a great interview. You can look that one up.
Lisa says, I haven't had Chianti in a while. I
Hello.
haven't either.
Hello.
I think the last time I had Chianti, Peter brought it to our house,
As a matter of fact. What style of glass do you need?
I need an up glass.
Up glass.
Please.
Okay. Would you like similar to what you just had?
I just had a rocks glass.
Oh, you need a cocktail tap.
Cocktail glass, yes.
Cocktail tap, yes. Because you had that one up in that rocks glass.
Yes.
In fact.
I did.
So.
But, okay. And I also need decor.
Yes, you do.
It's supposed to be kitschy after all.
Bingo. Todophonic doing David Johansen.
Okay.
That's a good one. I think Johansen would actually recognize who Ophonic was because he's around
Ophonic.
and he's been doing it for years. He plays all sorts of trashy rock, and I'm sure Johansen could relate to those sorts of things.
I just like the way he's Ophonic.
Tommy James, who made much more straightforward pop music, of course, worked for a label run by a gangster, so he has his own stories.
Make glass back.
Oh, sorry.
Yes. I have a sidecar.
Mm.
Thank you. All right, the Frank Shirley. Let's
Not a sidecar cocktail.
run it up
a
the
sidecar worth of
flagpole.
cocktail. There we go.
Let's run it up. Maybe I'll get a sidecar tomorrow.
Yeah.
Tomorrow's our Christmas outing.
Outing.
Our yearly Christmas
Going to be at one of our
outing.
happy places. So.
At least one
Couple
of our happy
places, in
Well,
fact.
I don't like to get cocky, but
If we make it to the museum, that'll be 4 happy places.
we can't go to the museum if we have food.
Guess we better finish it all. But I have access. Work gets me into a couple of museums in the city. So.
The Frank Shirley is better than it has any right to be being named after Frank Shirley.
Because, he, of course, was pretty notorious skinflint as a character. And he gets called out on that, and he thinks about it, and he's like,
He was a
yeah.
beastly, bulging man.
Bulging man.
Freaking blue
Leisure
leisure
suit.
suit. The plates were from Kansas.
That is so much better than you think
This
it could
is so good.
be. That's like very...
Frank Shirley is delicious.
Very balanced sweet and sour on that. I'm really getting a heavy vanilla note from that liqueur. That's working very well with the sour. Yeah. I don't use vanilla liqueur an awful lot, and I kind of think that's an oversight.
I feel like, are you standing far away from me? I feel like we're not
I was
centered
standing
well.
like this.
I feel like we're not centered well. There we go.
There we go. Boom, 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 boom,
Stand
boom.
over here.
Yeah, however, now it's hurting my back, so I'm going to stand up.
Frank Shirley is
myself
giving
stretch.
a bonus. I'm glad someone is.
Yeah, well, there is a bonus to the Frank Shirley. Isn't that, ironic or not? So.
Dime says, I'm a beastly bulging man, so I can relate. Oh,
No!
No!
I think not so much anymore, just saying. So,
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I think we need to turn the camera a little bit.
what's going on?
We're like totally off center. Look at this.
Well, maybe you just need to move this way. Hello, done.
I'll just stand like this. Like Charlie's Angels.
Fun stuff.
Balding. Oh.
Sorry, sticky.
Alive from off center. He wants to go with it. All right.
Yeah.
Thank you.
There you
All right.
go. I'm diggity.
It's just
Fried
so
stuff
funny.
off.
We both had the same idea to use the vanilla tonight and to
I
use the rye, and now we need rye.
I scared up a Velveteen Lounge Classic, and I said, we have all of that, and it sounds good, and I went with it. And it's still good, although I will say I really should have had the Prosecco, because that would have been the crowning touch on that, as it was originally.
Yeah.
However, it was improved by, as was what I did, by adding the seltzer. So.
Yes. Yeah. Lisa says it's funny that
Yep.
the guy who plays Frank Shirley is the same guy in Caddyshack, who was over the caddies. Yes, and you know who he is, right? Brian Doyle Murray.
Brother of?
Bill Murray.
Bingo. So there you go.
Yep.
There
Yep.
you go. So just like a whole family worth. And I'm going to actually space this out myself because I just finished mine. But yeah, the Frank Shirley, good thing. Comes with a bonus. I love that.
Bill's bro. Yep, Bill's bro.
It's the man. That's the fun stuff. We actually just saw him.
I changed my mind.
Yeah.
Mm.
Which kind of reminds me of a different Christmas special now, doesn't it? I changed my mind.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
Jack Benny. Oh, we watched that last night.
I wasn't thinking of that, but actually, come to think of it, that is
What were you
a change
thinking
my
of?
mind.
What were you thinking
I
of?
was thinking of Yukon Cornelius with the same exact line. Yeah, bingo.
Yeah.
Changed my mind.
Yeah.
But Benny changes his mind in
mind.
his like Christmas episode of his show when he's at the department store to
All
the
cheap,
extreme.
lousy ways to make a buck. Maybe there needs to be a Mrs. Shirley drink.
Oh yeah.
You know what the Mrs. Shirley would be? It would be this in a smaller amount topped with champagne.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I'll do that next week.
Frank Shirley's the kind of guy who takes his liquor straight up. But Mrs. Shirley is like, oh, please, top that with some bubbles.
Hi, Dawn.
Do you
Good
mind?
to see you.
Hey, Don. Kitschmas indeed.
Hey, Merry Kitschmas to you.
Well, there's a man who I believe has actually done his job doing much in the way of Kitschmas. Frequently, it's probably found doing the decor in Kitschmas out of like various phone pieces and one hell of a lot of spray paint, I tell you. So, you know from Kitschmas, my friend. Also, our animator, yes.
Are you still doing films? Because we have a film project to talk to you about, John.
Just asking. Just asking.
But anyway.
How are you with molded plastics? Just asking.
Yeah.
So.
Anyway. This is so good. Yeah, and I think, next week I have to do this with champagne and do the Mrs. Shirley.
The Mrs. That's awesome.
I'm having some Pringles. I'm wishing you a Merry Christmas. That's a good idea, too. Who is it?
Nothing we need to do anything about now. So.
Who is it?
No, nothing we need to talk about now. Let's go.
I'm gonna go look.
Well, then go look.
Just tell me who it was.
No, I'm just I'm going to make another round but after I have this business right now.
He won't tell me who texted me. I'm gonna go look.
Oh well, nothing important. What I'm saying, in the middle of a broadcast, that can deal.
I want to know who it was.
So, myself in the middle of a broadcast, I don't like getting interrupted because we're here, we're on stage, we're doing something for you. We'll deal with that kind of stuff later. Thank you very much. So. Because we're the entertainment. Hello.
No, this is funny.
I gotta be entertaining.
No, this is funny.
Well, for Pete's sake, we're
Did
doing
you look at it?
Here.
No, this relates. This relates to our broadcast.
Okay.
Empirical Doritos. What is that?
Good grief.
It's Doritos liquor.
Doritos vodka?
Is it vodka?
Uncategorized. Okay, this is pretty strange.
Oh. Distilled Doritos nacho, vacuum distilled Doritos nacho cheese.
Cheese flavored liquor.
Oh my God, it's Doritos liquor, you all.
Somebody want to buy that? I'd like to try it.
See, now aren't you glad I got the text?
Well, I'm just thinking that could have been posted right here. You know what I mean?
Oh, Satellite, thank you. I appreciate you too. Oh, hi, Ben. Good to see you.
Yeah, but definitely.
Aw. Thank you, Satellite.
Yeah. Well, this potentially is true.
Eric
she has patience.
Well, now we know Kelly's the kind of person who wants to know what she got for Christmas right now.
She's not Veruca Salt, but she is curious.
I want it now.
Bad egg. And away we go.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Buy, I can't imagine a cheese-based liqueur.
We actually, within the past...
It just gave me a little chill. For real, like an actual chill. Like
I'm thinking of a couple of things I've seen in the past. I mean, I think I've seen some sort of cheese-washed things, the way that people would do a fat-washed liquor. That's just a different kind of fat washing. And then there was something with cheese in a tropical drink, which looked pretty horrifying.
Peter, I am also curious. And Dime says, cheese liquor might be good in a Bloody Mary, maybe.
Yeah.
There's looking on the bright side. Maybe it would.
But within the past, say, 5 or 6 years, we actually had a promo bottle that came from a company that makes vodka out of whey. So you finish making your
Yeah.
cheese, you have this stuff left over, and they were able to use that to
Ben,
distill.
I am with you.
Interesting enough, but yeah.
Savory flavors in cocktails seem to be a dangerous proposition and not in a fun way. Yeah.
Well, we've done it successfully with like hot stuff. So I think to myself, I could make it work. I could make it work. We actually have a bottle.
We've had some that are awful
of
too.
a liquor that's actually distilled from beets, has a distinct beet flavor, and we've done things with it that worked really well. And the first thing you're thinking of is Bloody Mary. Again, put it with like a tomato juice.
But I feel like even beets are kind of sweet.
On their own, yeah, that's why they're able to be fermented.
Yeah.
So that worked. Although the liquor itself is very dry and has that distinct, like, bitter hit from the beet. And frankly, I thought it was fascinating stuff, and I would work with it again.
I would try it.
Yeah. I would say that, but your dairy-based things into, like, a solidified dairy in a cocktail is an interesting sort of thing.
Nick says, I feel like veggies make sense, but cheese, yeah. Beets have so much sugar, yeah.
Maybe it's
a
a garnish.
Very earthy. It is very earthy. Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's a thing. That company is, I believe...
They do carrot, too. They're from...
Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
The Pennsylvania base.
We bought it in Philadelphia.
And they do a number of very, like, off-book liquors, which I thought were pretty fascinating and fun to work with. So it was worth the time. They definitely did a gin, and they definitely did some vodkas.
Doritos liquor, it's the first search. Yep. Doritos rolls out nacho cheese flavored liquor. Oh, $65 a bottle? What?
Thinks we want nacho cheese flavored booze. Well, there's all sorts of other booze. Why not the Dorito?
$65.
Because you remember that a hell of a lot of that flavor is coming from the spice mixture, not the cheese. There's no such thing as nacho cheese.
It says
nachos are actually the tortilla chip.
Doritos rolls out $65 bottle of nacho cheese flavored liquor that tastes like the real thing.
I suppose you could just give it a dusting of sort of cheese powder to give it that flavor without really just throwing a full-on hit of heavy fat into.
Oh my gosh. Okay, well that's way too much money. But it also says it's available for pre-order with delivery scheduled for early 2024. So it's not even like we could have it for the New Year's broadcast.
No, you'd wait around for a month and a half.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Is it like a gallon bottle? Nope.
Oh, good God.
Not a gallon bottle?
No, that's like a 750 at best.
Nope.
Seriously.
I can't do it. It just doesn't sound good. No, it does not sound good. It sounds horrible. I would try it.
Like I said, does anybody want to buy a bottle? Because I would try it, but I'm not sure I want to be stuck with a bottle.
I would try it to take one for the team, but it sounds god-awful.
Yeah.
Take that and combine with your pickle liquor for a real challenge. Okay, all right.
That's sort of like the pickle flavored Utz potato chips versus the Dorito flavored bottle of vodka.
Aren't you glad I read that text now?
Well, it's entertainment. I'm just saying that it could have been dropped right here in the comments. You see?
But
we would have seen it. Everyone would have seen it. You could all take that.
I don't know if he's reading. If he's watching.
Why not?
So, yeah.
So who knows? Well, maybe not.
Yeah,
so
$65 on par with the per bottle price of Elan's cyber beer. Oh, jeez. Oh, God.
Rusty steel.
Oh, God.
What in the world? Oh, now I got to look that up. For God's sake.
No, I read about that.
Oh, you did?
Yeah,
okay. I don't really need to look into that intensely, but
Peter says I think I'll stick with eggplant, Parmesan, and Chianti. Good call, Peter.
Yeah, I think that you'll be happier with that, yes.
Something about drinking cheese makes me cringe. Yes.
Oh,
a group should throw in $5 and then share it at Ohana. Now, Nick, that's a really good idea. Let's do that. Let's take up a collection and buy a bottle of this.
$5 a head. I can have a shot of this
liquor.
Stuff if I even get as far as a shot and feel like, all right, fine.
Well, I'm not going to shoot it.
No, it's not a shot. I'm just saying that amount of, but yeah.
Oh, Daniel says the pickle liquor was the first thing that popped into my head when I saw that earlier.
Yeah.
Dime says, I'm in.
Yeah,
all right, we're going to do it. We're going to do it. We're all going to chip in $5 for this swill. I mean.
Somebody's got to order it.
bottle of premium liquor.
I say wait around for a few months when all the furor dies down, and then it'll be a little easier to get. And then
is there bacon liquor? Funny thing is, I think there is bacon vodka. There's definitely bacon syrup that a friend of ours bought.
Yeah.
To mix with, and it was
very sweet and smoke. That was all it was.
Yeah, no, it wasn't. It did not.
They got 2 notes out of the bacon.
It did not.
Yeah.
It did not make me think of bacon.
It did. It was not like a bacon extract.
Yep.
You know, it was just smoke flavor.
Yep.
And
all right. Well, Dime is in. Okay. Nick's in.
Okay. Good thing.
Do it.
But the bacon.
That might be our room crawl theme, actually.
I don't know if there's one on the market, but I've seen a lot of folks doing an attempt to like extract flavor from cooked bacon, and some from raw bacon. And I think, oh boy, but that's out there. And ultimately, you probably get just sort of a char and smoke flavor that might be reminiscent of the product on the plate with the eggs.
Dime says bacon plus the Doritos and a Bloody Mary might pass.
Well,
yeah, I definitely, yeah.
This is the kick. A normally savory drink, adding some savory flavors to it, why not?
Is there a stout made with bacon? I feel like that would work, bizarrely.
Not that I know of.
I don't know of it, but it would work.
I think that would be a disaster. But the flavors together could blend. Stout will stand up to a lot of stuff.
I had a sip of, was it your Bloody Mary?
When did I have a Bloody Mary last?
This was a long time ago.
I don't drink too many of them.
We were, Steve was in town, and we went to a brunch on the Upper West Side.
Okay.
And someone got a Bloody Mary.
Wasn't me.
And it was disgusting because it was like it had, instead of tomato juice, it was like it had salsa, so it had chunks in it.
Man.
And I tried a sip of it, and I was just like, oh, it was so bad.
That's like years.
What, the actual cyber swindle? Satellite. Yeah.
Thank you.
Everclear.
Here I was about to look this up, but bang, there you go. You found the con.
Hold on. Mm-hmm. Ben says, I did make a batch of bacon-washed Old Grandad as an experiment. Super smoky, heavy texture. Made an interesting maple old-fashioned with it. That sounds good.
Put some flavor in it.
That actually sounds really good.
Put some flavor in it. That's exactly where you want that kind of thing to be, or into like a heavier savory drink. But you can put those flavors just into a bourbon or a rye. They'll stand up to that.
Oh my god. Yeah, that actually sounds really good. Errol says, went to the kitchen to get chips and salsa. Wait, hold on. I lost the... Okay, here we go. Went to the kitchen to get chips and salsa. Josie flew in because she thought she'd be missing out. She's currently eating a chip on her perch. No, wow. That's cute.
You know what? She was missing out. She should be watching this.
Perhaps as a replacement for vodka and vodka sauce. See, there's a use for it.
There's something to do with these things.
Bacon is always good, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, Satellite is correct.
Flavor-wise, it adds to a lot of things. Although I gotta say, there's this real tendency to say, like, bacon cheeseburger sounds good. What about the double bacon cheeseburger? What about triple the amount of bacon on the bacon cheeseburger? And I think, okay, you've just gone beyond heart attack on the plate to call 911 immediately. That's craziness. Just like, how about just a normal couple
Medics
of strips,
are standing
top of the
by.
burger, away you go. You don't need to gild the lily with more gilding.
Medics are standing by.
Seriously, people. There's a reason for this. Heavy fats have their place.
What about...
Moderate
see,
that.
I love your creativity, everyone. Danielle says, what about Dorito liquor with ancho reyes? That could be okay.
We have the green
try
over there, as a matter of fact.
Oh, hi, Joe. Joe says peach moonshine is always a welcome holiday treat. Oh. I was thinking about doing a drink with peach tonight, maybe next week.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we have an excellent bottle of Pesce over there, as a matter of fact. Liquor, not moonshine.
Because I feel like maybe we need to do another beer taste test after this.
Oh, well, there are such things after all. And we actually had vodka, if we were going to use it, which we were going to put to the taste test because we tried it.
Did you bring it over?
Here it is. Did I bring it over? Yes. Yeah, this is the...
We haven't even opened it. That's so sad.
Yeah, upstate vodka. This is made in New York State. That's the upstate they're talking about. And it is made from apples. Well, you can make vodka from virtually anything, really. But they do make like a clear eddy-proof liquor. And it doesn't have any apple flavoring added to it. It's just what it started out as.
Deviled egg cheeseburger sounds like a gas attack. Oh, my God. Deviled egg cheeseburger.
Oh yeah, you got to give me some.
Man.
Give me like a whole case of Beano, will you? Jeez, digest that, please. Yeah, I got to watch out with that kind of stuff.
Oh no. Okay, I got it. The Scotch egg cheeseburger.
Scotch egg cheese. Oh.
Like instead of. Yeah, okay, so instead of wrapping an egg in meat and frying it, you
bread the burger.
No,
with the batter.
You crack an egg.
Yeah.
On top of meat.
Yeah.
And then you form the meat around it.
So it's got an encased egg
inside
the patty, and then you add the breading around that and deep fry the sucker.
Yeah.
Oh man.
And yeah, it's like the Scotch egg.
Clutching my gallbladder right now.
Burger.
Oh boy. Yeah, that. I'm coming to join you.
Oh my gosh. Okay, hold on. I'm missing. Crown Royal Peach is really good. I have not had it, but okay, thank you. Good to know.
I like the
All right.
flagship product, Crown. I think it's a good blend. So.
Triple bacon, egg, and cheeseburger, deep fried in duck fat. Comes with its own defibrillator. Feel like you could DIY your own Cool Ranch vodka by macerating a pack of ranch mix and red pepper flakes and straining. Yes. Oh, we're currently making liqueur over there. Cranberry liqueur.
Yeah, that's looking good.
Yeah, it's
that on the other hand is looking good.
Yeah, yes, we're currently making cranberry liqueur.
I'm telling you, I'm looking at
Hey, Elizabeth. Yeah, I'm coming, Elizabeth. Eric got there.
I've been reminded of how little I like ranch dressing on anything, and yeah, that is sounding truly hideous. And then we get back to the whole concept of these Bloody Marys with weird flavors, and like ranch dressing, throw it in. This is really working my indigestion.
A little chill at my spine.
Yeah, I'm telling you, this is really definitely. But once again, I'm coming.
I'm coming,
Boom.
Elizabeth.
Well, I think I should thin out the blood a little further with all this talk of like heavy fatty stuff because I feel the arteries clogging, and I haven't even had any of these products. So I need to go scare up a shaker. And
do you want me to get you a shaker?
Where are they?
Over here.
You got one? I didn't find more.
You didn't find more?
No, I found like 3 shakers. Yeah, where there was. You get a shaker? Oh, good. Is there a strainer? No strainer.
Probably. Hold on.
I found more strainers, so I do have a surplus on those. Well, I had a surplus on those. Oh, you're free. That'll do.
You probably reuse a strainer. I won't tell.
No, this one is fresh. So there we go. All right, ice that sucker. Let's go for some actual liquor and mixers and sour and go from there.
Nick says, I just clutched my heart. Nick says, in your professional opinion, Paul, which liquor is best for my cardiovascular health?
I'm not a doctor, nor do I play one on TV.
Oh.
Not even this TV, and I'm not going to say anything of the sort. But I will say, the simple fact is that a moderate consumption of any of these products is probably not going to give alarm to any of your medical professionals, but talk to your medical professional. See what's what. If you're drinking a lot, then there are obvious, clear, and well-documented negative effects.
It was so funny. I went to the doctor a year or two ago.
A round or two a day? I'm not entirely sure what the problem is there.
I went to the doctor a year or two ago. And you know how the nurse comes in and takes all your vitals and asks you all the questions and whatnot. And she said, like, so how many drinks do you have? And I thought she said a week. And I was like, I don't know, like 7. And she's like, you have 7 drinks a day? I'm like, no.
A week.
A week.
A week. Please, people. I'm telling you.
Oh, good night, Gettysburg, ma'am. And thank you so much for the card. I adore it. I'm going to frame it. Thank you. Oh, be helping my kiddo study for finals. Yes, you'll see us next week for sure. I'm going to do the Mrs. Shirley next week.
You've innovated something and you have an immediate variation.
Watch with meds. Yeah. You do have to watch with meds.
There's the thing. It's like, I'm not going to tell you much at all in the way of medical advice.
7 drinks a day. I would be like
talk
dead.
to your doctor.
If I had 7 drinks a day, I'd be dead.
That's pretty.
My God.
That's pretty.
No.
That puts vacation to shame. Seriously.
Oh, Errol says Lisa is laughing. My Fitbit has alarmed today. 45 BPM confirmed with monitor. Drinking now and have 68. Ah! Yeah, BPM.
Yeah,
I knew.
Let's see what's going on here.
Oh,
Actually, that's looking pretty
on.
good. Haven't cracked 10K steps though. I gotta get busy. Let's go.
Because he's been home all day.
Oh yeah, but still, I'm at 9,000 something steps though. That's pretty good for home all day.
Week?
We will. Which one do you want to do?
Beer.
Oh yeah, sure.
Oh wait, we're gonna try the vodka too.
Well, we can do beer. We save the vodka for next week when we use it.
You sure?
Yeah, that's fine.
I rarely use vodka.
Yeah. Well, next week is
I bought it
good
because
time to use it.
We bought it because it was good. There was a tasting and it was good, and the guy was a very good salesman.
He was, and frankly, we tried the product, and I thought it had a nice, clean flavor, and it doesn't taste like your ordinary vodka, although it's not a flavored vodka. It's not like they've added, chocolate syrup like they do with these things. I've seen some pretty heinous things added to vodka. This one is simply distilled from apples and has a distinct flavor note. It's there, which actually is not up to spec according to what the United States liquor standards are, because it's vodka is supposed to be basically flavorless. So anyway, I'm going with something that we did a while back, which is a classic, a Mrs. Claus's margarita. So that will of course start with a little reposado. I still recommend Humidor because it's about your best value out there, but there are some very good sales on some excellent product that you can find that will probably match the price. Once again, this handle has no handle, so you have to kind of wrangle it like this, which is ridiculous. Give me 2 ounces of that. Hard to see here. Nope, that's a low pour. And come on. There we go. All right, that's fine. Boom.
All right.
½ ounce fresh lime or lemon. I happen to have lemon. I'm using it.
You want to put these in the fridge while you think about it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
There we go.
I get to try
Bring that aside.
a taste of this.
There we go. Absolutely.
Another taste test for me to fail.
Oh, jeez. The 2 beers. We'll see where we go, where we end up. And 1/4 ounce of the blackberry liquor. We actually have that one. Actually, at the Chambord, as a matter of fact. It's actually a raspberry.
Raspberry.
It's actually a
I'm
raspberry.
going to change it to raspberry.
No, just leave it as such. The blackberry was very good. Yeah. It's just a 1/4 ounce worth. And there we go. Put this
Did you get
right
ginger?
There. I have ginger over here.
Okay.
So that works. There we go. So remember, we had, I think, Giffard blackberry, or might have been...
Giffard doesn't make a blackberry that I know of.
Oh, I thought that they did.
We need some cassis, though.
Yeah, we do need that for a thing. And 1/4 ounce of the ginger liquor. Okay. Happen to have that here. It's originally called for a dash of cranberry bitters, which we're out of. Really need to restock on those.
I thought about going there yesterday, but...
Yeah. Well...
So out of the way.
It's out of the way for most things that you would do.
Maybe tomorrow.
And I'm going to use instead... What did I decide I would use for bitters? I'll go with the ones you made. As a matter of fact, I think that'll work fine.
All right, I'm going to change the recipe.
Mm-hmm.
Apple.
Made these apple bitters, which were made with apples. They
I
had this
did.
Spiced apple
They
nut.
were made
Very
with
good in
apples.
old fashions, by the way.
What do you take me for?
What do you take me for? Anyway, no, it's the real thing. It's the real thing. Okay, shake with ice. Strain into a cocktail glass. Whoops, I already iced.
Gotta catch up. Ah, the heat came on. I feel warm and squishy inside. Oh.
Nice that kicks in, right?
Oh, Lisa, that's funny. Lisa says, my doctor, who's my age, will ask me how many alcohol drinks you have in a week. I look at him and say, none of your business. He says, too many.
None of your business.
Never you mind.
No, I don't see cocktails.
Ooh, Daniel says, I put some cranberry bitters in my screwdriver. Pretty tasty. That sounds good. Here.
You do have one. Ah, that'll do. Yep. Looking in the wrong place, folks. You know what? I'm going to decor this one as well. Decor, please. I would love to point you to where these things can be purchased, but we don't have that store anymore. So we're just going to
I
go with
also
this.
have no idea because they were given to us. So.
Yeah, we'd have to kind of dig around for them. But these are fun because they twist around, and if they don't quite form properly, just give it a twist and it'll stay. I said give it a twist and it'll stay. Yeah. Or it'll flop. Take your pick. I'm going to use this guy right here. And of course these little ornaments, which ornament your cocktails. These are great at parties. You can always tell which drink is yours.
Pretty easy to find. I'm just.
They shouldn't be that hard.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not be that hard. As the day is long. This is sort of an earring backer that you pop it on with. Strain into a cocktail glass. But wait, there's more.
I'm actually excited to try this.
And it's actually a very
now,
nice
what are you making?
margarita
Did you say?
to start with, but we're going to.
Did you say what you're making?
Yeah, this is Mrs. Claus's
Claus
margarita.
Margarita.
Mm-hmm. And you top with ginger beer. Happen to have the Bundaberg. I was thinking to myself, I know I got ginger beer in there. Which one? Oh yeah, this is a fun one. It's got a weird cap. You kind of got to pop it like this. Kind of fun to do on the air, I tell you. Sort of like I want to go off camera and take a tool to this, you know.
You shouldn't have to find a tool to open your ginger beer.
I do happen to have my tool though. Maybe I just need to take a.
I have my tool.
Speaking of screwdriver, maybe that's what I need to do here.
Oh my gosh.
I tell you, you shouldn't have to do this.
It was 62 in Tulsa. Oh my gosh,
Telling you.
not here.
No. We're in the freeze already. It's going to be like that for a while.
Jealous, exactly.
There we go. Sometimes you just need to loosen things up. Get up there, please. And top with ginger beer.
That.
This is a bit spilly ginger beer. Thank you very much.
Drippy.
Yep.
Clumsy.
Yes. Boom, boom,
And if you get that reference, I'll send you something in the mail because that's very obscure. Clumsy. Thank you.
That still works really well. I like the base. I like that with the topper. If you get a very spicy ginger beer, it's a good thing. Or if you have like, there's ginger ale on the market that is very peppy, like I think Verner's you can get by mail.
Oh, jeez, Errol.
Yeah.
I'm going to read this one, but if you're on YouTube.
You know?
Errol, that's pretty funny. Oh, God.
Oh!
Burns. Oh, yeah. That is good.
There we go.
It's super drippy, though.
A little more careful with the pour on this bottle. I think the idea is you're supposed to really invert it over your container and go from there.
Now I'm ready for a taste test.
I can do it.
All right.
That's quite nice. I am liking this one right here.
All right.
Okay, I'm running out of room over here. Wow.
I have 2 identical glasses. Pour me a taste test, please.
Okay, so.
The beer taste test was so funny last week because we both kept completely failing.
I enter these things knowing full well that if the product is virtually identical, then flip a coin. And there are people who have taken the Old Man Beer Challenge and totally nailed it. We just saw one of them last week, and it was amazing, absolutely astonishing. And I think he was the first person to do it, so he got the prize that year. And then somebody else did it, and I didn't have any more prizes. I didn't think they'd get them. So, but the challenge is a challenge.
Good night, Peter. We'll see you soon.
See you in no time at all.
Yes.
Okay.
All right. Beer taste test. I'm coming over here. I'm gonna come over here and not look.
So what we have here is a couple of products from Kona Brewing. One of them is the Big Wave Liquid Aloha. This is calling itself premium beer. I believe that it is technically an ale. It's a golden ale.
Premium beer. It's just premium beer.
Premium beer makes it sound like Meisterbrow, right? And the other is their Longboard Island Lager. This is designed to be a straight up lager, like any of them. Although I will say that it tends to have a little more body than your average Old Man beer. Although it shouldn't really taste too much different than it. So, then it.
Tell me when I can come over.
Okay. Okay.
Do you remember which one is which?
I sure do.
Okay.
So longboard and Kona, big wave. Longboard, big wave. Come on down.
Okay.
Your first beer.
Kelly Patterson, come on down.
Yeah.
Da 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 da.
Da 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 da.
Right. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Longboard, I have a recipe for a shandy that calls for. Oh, okay.
There you go.
All right, let's see if I can. Okay, we got big wave and longboard.
Yep.
I forget which one is big wave. One is the lager.
Big wave is the ale, I think. Because I remember using that in Old Man Beer Challenge one year, and it does have a distinct flavor, but it's still kind of hard to get when you're doing 4 of them. Okay? That's brand X, and here's brand Y.
Oh, that's rough.
Telling you. Very similar light lager type products are going to throw you. They're going to throw you.
I'm gonna be wrong. Man, they really taste very close to each other. Hold on.
Take as many sips as you'd like.
I need a palate cleanser.
Thinking about it.
I'm going to be wrong.
Which one is the first beer I handed you?
I don't remember, but I want to say this is the lager.
Okay. The first, if this is the first one I handed you.
I don't remember.
Okay, so this is kind of a problem.
Don't forget to use your nose. It's not going to help me in this case.
It's Old Man Beer. Even if it is a Kona product, it's designed as Old Man Beer.
Thank you.
Light lagers. So.
Uh-oh, do you need to do it again? Have you lost track of which is which?
If you don't even, I wasn't paying attention.
I don't remember.
Do it again.
All right.
Got to do it again.
All right. Keep track this time.
Yeah.
Got to keep track.
Maybe I'll mark them because you won't.
How could I mark them? I'm not the one pouring them.
I have an idea.
Okay.
Yeah. It means I need to actually go away and come back. Which means you need to come back.
All right.
You see? I thought that there would be.
I just thought the tasting we did last week was so funny because we both kept completely blowing it. So I thought this would be hilarious. In different cups. I know, yeah, different cups would be a good idea, right? See, there's an idea. Yeah, don't forget to use the nose jump. Do you get that reference? Anyway, they really taste alike to me. I do not have a sensitive palate. There, I said it. I'm one of those people who can be happy with a variety of things, and it doesn't have to be the most exquisite. Like, I could just drink a cheap old lager and be happy. Oh, Wave Rider, 1 ounce pineapple, 3/4 lime, 3/4 falernum, half simple, filled with longboard. That sounds amazing. We gotta try that. Oh! Do we have falernum?
No.
We have to make falernum.
Gotta make it.
Ben shared this recipe, which sounds amazing, but we don't have falernum.
Falernum, not particularly hard to make. If you take a look online for falernum number 7,
well, no,
is one that we made.
Make it, but but we don't have it right now.
And
so.
Using the materials, you've got falernum overnight.
I would do it right now.
It doesn't take long.
Because it's so good. All right. Do I need to?
You need to go away.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm going away.
We need to bust these. And since they're such similar products, I'm just going to do this.
But, no.
And at the end of the night, there we go.
I would have drunk them.
They're available to you, but they're over here somewhere.
Here, pin them.
Okay, there you
go.
I
gotta educate my palate.
Educate your palate with the combination of the two.
While I think about it.
There you go. Now let's, I'll bury this behind me. running on a space back there.
Satellite suggested different glasses. That might help you.
Or color-coded dots. Here we go. So all we need to do, all you do is, and you can't tell the color of the dot on this side. So, very important that I do this. And this is what we do a variation on this with the old man beer. Here we go. Okay.
All right, we're ready.
You got 2 beers.
Okay.
You got 2 cans. Drink. We'll do this in a very old man beer way.
Nick says, I like the confessions part of your show. When one of you guys, you just say stuff to us.
Yeah, sure. Now, anyway.
People ask, does this taste okay to you? I say, yep, before I even taste it. Okay, all right.
Taste one.
I'm sniffing.
Mm-hmm.
This one definitely has more aroma.
By the way, you can kind of see this in our camera, so.
Okay. I want to say this is the lager.
Set it down and put it in front of it.
Which one's the lager?
Island Lager. So you think that's that, which makes this this.
I'll be wrong. I promise you I will be wrong, because I'm always wrong.
Okay, what is the color on the bottom of your glass?
Green. I was right!
Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. There you go. Now that worked.
I was
do that.
right.
When we do the old man beer, there are 4 of them, and I have 4 empty cans, and I say, here, put the can in front of the thing that you think is right. And then people start moving them around. I'm like, put your glass down.
Don't do that.
And put your can
Don't
in front
do
of
that.
it. Jesus, how hard is that, people?
Gosh.
I swear.
I was
yeah.
right. And
It's pretty simple.
That was an educated guess, because that tasted more like a lager to me.
you're-
Usually I'm always wrong in these things.
You're 50-50 with these things. If you're only doing 2, it's 50-50. You could easily be right. But if they're so close, you could easily be exactly that wrong.
Oh my gosh.
So fair is fair.
I got it right. I got it right.
You did it. You did it. You did it. Now I put these colors on, so I
now,
actually do have
do
to
you
remember.
Want to do it?
I do happen to remember what they were. So.
Do you want to do it?
Of course. Fair is fair.
All right. He's going to do it too.
I'm going to peel these off.
No, don't peel it off.
I know what the colors were. I put them on in the first place.
But you're going to have your eyes closed, so what does it matter?
Oh, well, actually, that's true. Come to think of it, that's very true.
Oh my God. Okay. Close your eyes.
I'll go away.
All right.
However, you will need 2 new glasses, and you will need 2 new color dots.
Why will I need new glasses?
I guess it's cold enough. Okay. Going away.
All right.
Shuffling them up. Yatta yatta yatta.
They're still cold.
Did you make sure that you put the correct color in the correct glass?
The correct colors are with the correct glass.
You checked the bottom of the can.
Yes.
Okay, good. Just making sure. It's easy to mix these up.
Okay. You may return.
I will, as a matter of fact. Okay. It's actually getting warm in here.
50-50 in the Navy called it 50-50-90. 50-50 chance 90% of the time you'll be wrong. That's how I feel about these taste tests, because I'm so confident that I'm right, and it's like,
Totally.
You are wrong. I can't believe I got it right tonight. That's crazy.
Yeah, crazy stuff.
Okay.
But every once in a while you nail it shut and you're like, okay, The year that I couldn't find 4 old man beers was the year of malt liquor, and I could not find 4 malt liquors to fit my standards. And what really hacked me off...
Your malt liquor standards.
What hacked me off is that if I had simply done the damn thing earlier with malt liquor, I would have totally had Heffenreffer. By the way, you can see this in the camera, so you better tilt this down. If you can see the color, I can still see that. Okay, so good. So, Brand X.
I appreciate you don't want to cheat.
I know. If I can see it, it totally blows
I
it.
appreciate you do not want to cheat.
Okay. Getting crowded. Hey. Yeah, there's a flavor note in one of these, but which one, right?
Oh no. Sip, swirl, suck, swallow. It's like Laverne and Shirley.
I can tell them apart.
Sip, swirl, suck, swallow.
That is, I can tell. This is not the same as this. But that's where the similarity ends. I mean, well, that's where the difference ends, rather.
They're both...
The similarity is all over the place.
They're both light. Not that hoppy. All right.
Final answer.
Let's do it. The price is wrong, Bob. Happy Gilmore.
I like to play an estimation games by Price is Right rules, and people are like, oh yeah, get as close as you can without going over.
Is that your final answer?
My final answer. Survey says that is green and that is wrong. There you go. Zzz. I thought the flavor note was in this one, but no, it's in the longboard. That's crazy. Crazy stuff. This is the one. Ping, 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 ping.
Just saying,
Ring,
I never
ring,
get
ring.
I have to gloat because I never get these things right.
Yeah, I'm the one who runs the old man beer thing, and I say to people, look,
I never get these things right. So.
I am probably 50% on 4 beers at best.
I
probably am.
Give me
I have taken it. I'm honest enough to do it myself. Not that I'm telling people they're wrong. I just tell them that I'm sorry. It's not your final answer. Actually, I do say, I'm sorry, sir, if that's the wrong answer. Now get familiar. We'll do this again next week.
I feel like we have to have 2 beers in the same, I'm sure I'm using the wrong beer name, but category.
Sure.
To do a tasting.
Well, you do, because if you do a taste test of 4... Let's just throw out a concept. Give me 4 rums that are radically different, and you're going to nail them. The light doesn't taste like the dark. Sure. But give me 4 bourbons that are all pretty much on the same shelf. Good luck.
Good
luck. These taste tests go back a long way with us.
Cheapo Prosecco.
Oh, good luck. Oh, forget it. Telling you.
It could be so much fun to try, though.
I would try it, and you would try it, and you would have a lot of fun with it. You might even get it right.
Oh
you
my
never
gosh.
never know.
One never knows.
Oh man. Okay, no.
I couldn't tell grape Kool-Aid from longboard. So when I started to feel a little relaxed.
Hilarious.
I heard the Playboy theme song, Kelly, when you did that. Oh God.
Playboy After Dark. That's actually a great show. Playboy's Penthouse, also a great show. I like that one even more.
I always think of Madeline Kahn.
Woo! Richard! Yeah, but definitely. By the way, it's not often on this show or anywhere that I hear people use the term stochastic.
Stochastic.
And it just happened. So I got to say, that's awesome.
You have found your people.
Yeah. Stochasticity. That's
yes. Yeah.
Yep. Next time you see that in the word search, you're going to do it and you're going to be like, aha!
You have found your people.
Stochasticity.
When someone uses the word stochasticity.
Freaking hilarious.
All right, I get it.
And actually, you know something? This is a very good lager. And if it were summer and it were
I think I'm
blasting
having
hot,
lager.
I'd be very happy with this.
You're having the
But I'm happy with
big
this.
wave. It's not even a lager.
Well, I think it's an ale, and I could be wrong.
Such a good word. Exactly.
Premium beer.
Sarcastic.
Honestly, I don't know what the hell this is.
It's beer.
I believe this is the one that's made in Portsmouth, New Hampshire.
Beer.
Because they do have brewing plants in various places.
I'm going to be high on this all week. I want a taste test. Because I swear to God, the next one I will bone.
There's the thing. It's like you're honest enough to say, hey, luck happens.
The only one that like I ever do really well at is the orange liqueurs.
Mm-hmm.
Because to me, they all taste very different. So.
Well, not at the same level, though.
No, but I mean, like, if you have, like, a Cointreau and a Grand Marnier next to each other, like, I can tell them apart.
Marnier has a lot more flavor notes. So that's actually not that
I'm not sure I agree. I'm not
Yep.
sure I agree. I just
Yep.
think that Cointreau is sweeter.
Yeah. So there's the thing. Whereas if you take Hiram Walker Triple Sec versus Curacao, what the hell's the difference?
Wait.
So
Eric says, my favorite word in the world is still
absquatulate.
squatulate. What does that mean?
Yeah.
What does that squatulate
Let us
mean?
know.
Ben says, hooray, beer. I love beer.
Hip hip hooray
I'm
for
not going to
beer.
lie. I love beer.
End of a broadcast, it's good to have a little beer to go on
I
instead of
know.
yet another cocktail.
Beer is,
Although, I still have yet another cocktail. don't
beer
I?
is my favorite kind of beer.
Yeah.
Nick,
Yeah.
amen.
Oh, beer.
Nick, you gotta. All you local people or anyone passing through on I-84, you gotta come over.
Stop by for a broadcast. We'll pass a few drinks to you, and I'll be able to be standing a little longer.
Yes, please come over.
This is good. And actually, having the topper of the ginger beer works very well. It's not, I've got a little bit of a sweet note, but mostly burn happening there. And it's accentuated by the fact that I have a full-blown margarita underneath this.
Eric says, it just means to get up and flee all of a sudden. But go tell someone to go and squatulate and see what kind of looks you get. What do you go absquatulate?
Hey, you punks, absquatulate. You know, you're going to get some looks. Hilarious.
Bromothinyl blue? Did I say it right?
Bromothinyl.
Bromothinyl blue.
Oh, yeah. That means
what color is bromothinyl blue? I'm gonna
I think it's a very deep blue because that's bromine is what's going in there. It might be bromothinyl.
Okay, wait, hold on.
There we go.
Blue. It's
very
dark.
deep blue.
It's dark.
Very deep blue.
Ooh,
Yeah. That's
okay.
it. Indicator dye. Yay.
Bromothinyl blue is a dye used as an indicator in determining pH.
Yep.
Science, everyone.
It's yellow and acidic and blue and basic. There you go. That's like what?
Science.
That takes me back to like middle school with the chemistry set, and you had phenolphthalein solution, which was another indicator that would turn different colors. Kind of fun.
Lisa says, I was born in Lemon, Oklahoma, so hold my beer and watch this is what I go with.
Hey, check this out. Lisa?
I feel like I do that
Lisa!
sometimes. I'm like, I always say to Paul, don't let them take my drink.
Well, you got this
I get up to do something. I'm like, don't let them take my drink.
You get those cards you can stick in your drink that say, you know, don't take this away. I've only gone to pee,
I
kind
know,
of thing.
but you're still trusting that.
You're trusting that somebody reads that and doesn't just throw the whole thing away.
And doesn't root you
Truth!
or whatever.
Yeah. Anyway, here I am with like my matching color because we put them together.
Paul is
afterwards.
almost always on the technical mark.
Oh, seriously. We try.
Yes, he is.
We try.
I gotta hand it to him. Most of these times I'm like, I don't know what any of that meant, but yay science! I'm a science fan.
I'm not a hard science guy. I remember back in the day, the section of the New York Times I would like to read was gadgets, not Science Times, because Science Times was just all hard science and surveys and sort of stuff.
No, I like that stuff.
A lot of the research they were talking about had very small groups, and I'm like, this isn't very good research, you know. That doesn't make very good conclusive results. But gadgets was all about
Eric went
applied
there.
science.
I'd rather have a bottle in front of me than a frontal lobotomy. 2 ways to relieve the pain.
Mm-hmm. The pain of living. Well, there was, of course, that famous joke, hey, it may be crazy, but I'm not stupid. So, that's the one. There is...
Harold's a freaking nerd. Opposites attract.
Well, you know, these things, you know, you've got to be able to take care of these things.
Oh, Ben says chemistry was the best class in high school. Learning important lessons and keeping detailed notes. I almost failed chemistry because I did not apply myself.
Well, you know, applied chemistry is what it's all about.
I did not apply myself to chemistry.
Theoretical chemistry, big deal. Go do an experiment. Come on, see what happens.
I'm out of there now. You don't see me still in high school. I passed. Here we are, still mixing and writing down the results. And now I write the results down. See, there's an important distinction.
Perhaps you figured that out over time.
Yeah. I did not learn that in class.
At the end of the day, what's going to happen is that our bodies, as chemistry sets, are going to process this fluid into a completely different fluid. There you go.
Science.
So here we are.
Do you all subscribe to the Morning Brew? Because that is the best morning newsletter. I am doing applied chemistry. Thank you, Errol. Yes, I am. Science.
Yeah, make it happen. Like I say, like I'm an applied guy. Like the theoretical stuff, this, that, and the other about the science and the math. I'm like, yeah, okay, fine. And I can kind of follow the math a lot of the time. The basic formulas I remember from back in the day, and they work. But make it. What are you doing with this? You know, if you're making this happen, if you're making a process happen, I'm good with that. You know?
A process.
You know? It's like, look, in the basement, I've got the electronics lab, and like I fix things. That's it. These days, a lot of that is the electrical lab, and I fix electrical cables, but that works too. And you've got to keep the blow molds lit around Christmas time, and a couple of them were burned out this year. Had to take them to the workshop and make them work properly. They do now. And I tell you, there were some cheap parts being used. I really rue that. But they work now. So there you go.
The Chemical Couple. Back with another one of those ice clinking drinks.
Is that like the Chemical Brothers? Just asking.
Yeah, theory is great, but if you can't use it, what's it matter? Exactly.
I mean, I'm not going to say that subatomic theory, which is very, very weird stuff. When you get into like subatomic gravitation and stuff like that, that's just weird science. I'm not going to say that there's nothing to that, but that's a hell of a lot of equations. And when I see what the hell happens with that, I'll go, okay, cool. But in the meantime, I go, okay, so that's just that's what happens inside the atom.
Okay.
Okay, you know, that's what happens inside the atom.
That sounds like an animated 50s student film. What happens inside the atom?
You know, that kind of stuff. Love that kind of stuff. And you'll find plenty of films online that will like resemble that. Mostly that's from the early 50s when people are like, well, what you can do with the atom is the following, you know, peacetime uses. Yes, there should be, shouldn't there?
Peacetime uses. Aren't atoms being used all the time, everywhere?
My atoms are going crazy inside my body right now. Atoms are always being used.
That sounded so funny. Hey, baby, my atoms are going crazy right now.
Inside my body.
Inside my body.
Would you like to check that out?
No.
You know? It's not just a theory.
For sure, no. Absolutely not.
No. But no.
I guess my drink worked. My feet don't feel cold anymore. Eric, that's a plus.
It's a big plus, as a matter of fact.
Theory is great, but if you can't use it, what's it matter?
Yeah, there you go.
Billy was a thirsty boy, but Billy is no more. What he read as H2O was H2.
SO4.
SO4. Okay, I don't have my glasses.
Yeah, you know what H2O is?
Yeah, I do know what H2O is. What's H2O?
Sulfuric acid.
Oh, yeah.
Don't
poor Billy.
Drink the sulfuric acid.
Poor Billy. Wah, 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 wah.
I used to put that in my mother's swimming pool to like regulate the acidity. Sulfuric acid, aka muriatic acid, is a really great solvent. But you don't touch it and you don't drink it. Truth. No, corrosive. Bad news. Yeah, I remember that though. That's a really terrible but great limerick. So.
You just don't know what I go through with Errol. There are no B's as a grade, only A's. Oh! What happens inside the atom? No one knows for sure. Professor says some models are useful. All models are wrong. Oh, God. Science.
There's
science.
The thing is that scientific theory is not like I'm just throwing darts at a dartboard. You go with what you start with. And you observe, you say, what does this sound like? You come up with a pretty good model. It's more a model than a theory. Because people will talk, well, it's just a theory. I'm like, it's not. It's more than a theory.
Jeez.
More than a theory. And method where you test things and you make sure that it has to be repeatable. It's a very good idea.
Think.
Yeah. Well, seriously, I was thinking I could not actually call it Schrodinger to save my life 10 minutes ago. So thank you. There you go. Subatomic theory. And end of the day, like people talk about theory like, well, it's just a theory. It's like, well, there's more to it than that. And the method is a way to make things proven. And when we talk medical stuff, it's like I would rather have that be a scientific theory because you actually decided to make it repeatable so that the drug the drug actually works, not just supposed to work.
You'd rather have a
then
bottle
we're just
in front
thinking
of
about
you than a bottle in front of you? Wait, you'd rather have a bottle in front of you than a frontal lobotomy?
Lobotomy?
I'm kidding. Lobotomy.
Yes. Lobotomy, yes.
Lobotomy.
I would.
I'm kidding. I know it's lobotomy.
I would gladly prefer a bottle to a lobotomy, yes. No question.
An accident created to happen. Oh, here. Well, wait. Particle wave experiment still breaks my brain. Oh!
Yeah. Yeah, I
know
that
what
one.
any of that meant, but
yeah, that's weird. That's kind of the weird science. But when you talk subatomic stuff, it's weird science. No question.
All right. He's going to explain it to me on the train tomorrow. Lobotomy.
So let's go over this one more
I hear
time.
what you say, but like I can't help making fun of it because
seriously,
I was a kid in drama, so I had to take science against my will. So theater nerds unite.
Wasn't there a John Adams opera about Schrodinger? I'm just asking.
I don't know, maybe.
He did Nixon.
Totally.
He did Nixon in China. Wait a minute. I'm thinking of Philip Glass with Einstein on the beach. So maybe that's what I'm talking about.
I was thinking about Einsteinium when you say that.
It's an element. Radioactive, by the way. You can't really make things out of it.
I think radioactive is fun. I was a theater kid.
Well, yeah, but I'm just saying there is theater that deals with like these scientists.
Tippin.
That's not a scientist.
Sweeney Todd.
No, it's not a scientist either. That's an axe murderer. I'm just saying.
That's scientific.
Currently playing on Broadway, by the way.
In a way.
Yes. It looks really good, by the way. We'd really like to see that production.
LOL, Paul, on the repeatability, Earl says. Heard an engineering company named after... Oh, yeah, named after... Oh, geez.
Yes.
Won't mention the name, but most of those guys had a good laugh. Oh.
Repeatable results are what it's all about. Anecdotal...
Even I know that.
Anecdotal evidence is big deal. I will say that the one thing that I've done with drinks for years that I swear by is repeatable. Is if you mix a bourbon stone sour when you have a really terrible head cold and you consume this, you will feel better.
Criminal Minds Velveteen Lounge Kitchen Style. Has anyone else watched Based on a True Story on Peacock?
That's the one. Speaking of axe murderers, yeah, he's actually
Then says a local theater troupe had an original production about the life of Joseph Priestley. Oh, okay.
Discoverer of oxygen. Hello.
That's fun. I love that.
That's pretty unique.
Yeah.
But definitely. Yeah. Anyway, I'm not talking axe murderers. We were talking theater and we were talking Sweeney Todd.
That's an axe murderer. Axe murderers.
Well, why not?
Available for that.
Again, currently playing on Broadway. If anybody's interested, you can see Sweeney Todd right now.
I'm based on a true story. That's not even mine. Yeah. Okay. So We gotta watch it before we lose access to Peacock.
Yeah, we've got to finish up. I've got 3 episodes to go. So
Yeah,
it's a shorty, and
it's fun.
It's
if you're not watching based on a true story on Peacock.
You know, it's compelling. It's a good ensemble cast.
Yeah.
It works well.
Yeah.
And I haven't got to the point where I say, oh, forget this. So clearly it's got something going on.
Yeah.
So there are all sorts of series out there. There's all sorts of things based on what they call reality. I'm like, I don't have time for that. Just give me drama, and away we go.
We'll add it to my list. Yes, Nick, it's really fun. It's
well written is good.
If you're at all into true crime, which I am, yeah, it's entertaining.
As I recall, watch the first episode, and if it grabs you, good. If it doesn't, you're done.
I have a theory, though, which
it's
we're not at
episode.
The end yet, so I will not share my theory.
Speaking of theories.
I shared it with Paul, and he will tell you if I'm right or wrong, but
yep.
I have a theory about how this season will end. So,
I will tell them? You will tell them. You're going to see the same
Well,
thing
yeah, but you'll back me up that I was not BSing.
I will back you up.
Yes,
sure. Because I heard that, and frankly, I agreed. I said, yeah, that's a distinct possibility. It is. I'm thinking to myself, there are many things that stand in the way of that, but it's still a possibility.
Twist. I see a big plot twist.
It's not a plot hole, but it's a distinct plot possibility.
Lose access to Peacock sounds like a double entendre. I always, this time of year, I always pay for a month of Peacock so we can watch the Macy's parade.
Mm-hmm.
And then I just put it on hold. And then they say, what is the reason you're putting this on hold? And one of the answers is temporary, I'll be back. And that's what I check because I'll be back next year for the Macy's parade.
Because you can't check off, I saw the Macy's parade. Boom,
All I know is every time I hear a bell, an angel gets their wings. Teacher says every time a bell rings, an angel gets its wings.
Jingle, jingle, jingle.
We watched It's a Wonderful Life earlier this season. Maybe we need to watch it again.
Still compelling.
Mm-hmm.
I know it's a very classic Hollywood picture, which really does all of those rules. But I will say Capra had a real thing with getting a lot of emotion out of his actors. And a fairly naturalistic way of doing so within the studio system, which was not naturalistic. So he had something going on.
He wasn't beating them?
He wasn't saying just do it according to the book and just give them the cliches.
Or you're fired.
It wasn't just a series of cliches. I think he really did a lot more in the way of not exactly improv, but very ad hoc situations when he was directing. Woody Van Dyke did the same thing. He would do he was first take. First take's a good one.
The Thin Man films.
Yeah. A lot of those stuff in the Thin Man films are great first takes.
Honestly, with my self-tapes, my self-tape auditions, often the first take is the best. So it's don't spend 5 hours doing takes.
No.
The first take is usually the one you use.
You do 3. One of those is good.
1 or 3 is the best one. And it's you know what?
End of the day.
Let it go.
One of those is good. You need 3.
Go. Yep.
That's all you need.
Yep.
That's the thing. I believe in that. Absolutely. Yeah.
Oh, Nick says, love that. I used to do the same thing. We only watched a few things live each year. Macy's Parade, Super Bowl, and New Year's and Oscars. Yes, yes. Yeah, I just, every year I go on and I subscribe to a month of Peacock. And then I watch as many things on Peacock as I can, and I let it go. And then I'll be back next year.
I have this feeling if you check the stats, there's this really big bump in Peacock in November.
Oh, I'm sure.
Into December, and then it drops.
Yeah. Because we don't have cable,
so I think that Peacock really wants to crank up the content so that in May you're like, oh, I need to subscribe again.
Yep.
I know it's what it's all about these days with TV.
Yep.
Some people pine for the days of 3 networks. I say, what's wrong with 30,000 networks?
Oh God.
That actually it expands your possibilities.
So many things to watch.
If it's too crazy for you, there's a place where you can go and be at peace. But at the end of the day, more options is better for us.
Place you can go at peace.
We're delivering you a little televised entertainment right now from our little platform. So I got to call that.
Ben Ruiz, first takes, first instincts, and as Precious said, first thoughts should never be discounted. Yes.
first instincts are
Yeah, it's
frequently
off the
what I will
cuff.
point to with people when they say, what should I
First
do?
is often the
You know?
best. Yes, and I kick myself when I don't record it. Yes. And I spend hours trying to recreate it. Exactly.
Always record what you're doing. Record the rehearsal because the rehearsal might be good.
Wasn't it Bruce Springsteen
Yep.
that said 57 channels and nothing on? Oh,
Somebody did. Yes.
TV. Oh,
Thank you.
Nick.
Thank you. Much appreciated.
Oh.
VTV. Well, it's not really a VTV, but yes, VTV is here for you.
VLTV.
We actually broadcast from the stereo on an FM repeater, and I sometimes call that WVLK, but that does not exist because the FCC actually says no, you can't do that. But I still say that, and you know what? I get great reception in the backyard. Therefore, I'll be out there grilling, listening to what's happening on the hi-fi. So, VTV, what the heck, you know? I'm glad to have a platform here because we're on 2 platforms, as a matter of fact, and you're watching us on one or the other. You might be watching on both. That's okay. Remember that it's the Christmas season, and one of the things that you can do is buy my record. We still have copies of the 45. Yeah, that's Glennie on side 2. Yes, it's available on pink vinyl. Well, you can see there.
Get a tilted tone.
Stop it, Glennie. Yeah, so this is still available to you. It was a fabulous production we did. I still love it, and you will too. So if you don't have it, let us know. We can sell you a copy. That's currently the only way to support the show outside of the Glennie.
They just keep showing the same pictures over and over. Oh, Laurie Anderson.
So.
Parrot Radio. Years ago, I did a cold read on a local parody of 12 Days of Christmas. It became a listener favorite. I love it. I love it.
You know, sometimes these things just nail it like that.
When they talk, they just make sounds that more or less sync up with their lips. Every year I think, like, they can't possibly share that viral photo of me again, and then they do.
And suddenly, there you are, standing right over there.
Yep.
Right next to what actually was the television set. You can't see it because it's covered up. If you could see a contemporary TV, you would say, oh, the illusion's gone.
Yep.
But there she is in a vintage hairstyle with a vintage aluminum TV. No, aluminum tree. Vintage aluminum tree.
I should make it my profile photo for the
And everybody's sharing it saying, here's a 60s gal in front of this aluminum tree.
No, it's like, it's not 60s, and yeah.
Although the house was definitely here in this footprint in the period. So
oh yeah,
I tell you,
yeah.
Time machine stuff goes.
I actually had a thought earlier this week, like, I guess that's done. I haven't seen it this year, and like, no, I came back. So
it always comes back. It will come back forever. I always say, if we had a nickel for every single time,
I know,
we'd pay for all of this and be done.
Right? It's hilarious, Lisa. I feel like it doesn't even look that vintage, but it was me. So I'm like, yeah, no, I was just holding up a tree I bought at Goodwill.
There are elements of it that actually look very vintage photograph, and I think that's part of what sells it, to tell you the truth.
Well, I had gotten my hair done.
Yep.
I will say I had gotten my hair done by a hairdresser who knew the period.
Yeah. I think we took the picture with an actual camera, not a phone.
I thought I looked like Patty Duke.
So there's a big spot in the background where the flash happened, and that's very vintage.
Oh!
But it really actually looks, yeah.
Should have been an Instamatic filter on that pic. See what legs it gets.
A week ago, we were at a Christmas party, less than a week ago.
Oh, Errol, thank you.
And the giver of the Christmas party was taking pictures with his Polaroid camera.
Yes!
And
can you hold it up?
Those look, is it right over there?
Yep.
Yeah, there we go.
I don't know if you'll be able to see it. It's kind of dark, but I put it with the 8 tracks because it looked very old. I'm wearing the same crown.
Here is basically what Polaroid used to be able to do. Let me see if I can get that more level and put that a little forward so you can see.
Oh, there you go.
And there you go. It's us again. And the colors are kind of funny because that's kind of what Polaroid did at the time. It really worked great in sunlight. It's extraordinarily soft focus. But the kicker was you take the picture, you got the picture. You don't have to go to the photomat. Oh, wow. Talk about dating myself.
Our friend, he takes all these Polaroid pictures whenever people go to his house because
he's got a
he
camera.
has a Polaroid.
He's just completely doing all the gewgaws that were around when he was a kid that he wanted. And so he's got a Polaroid camera.
And the thing that gets me is some of the people left their photos. They didn't even take them with them. I'm like,
the point is you take your pictures. Hello.
Oh my gosh.
I swear.
I would want that. I do. I mean, that's why I took it. But like,
I remember
just left it.
My mother had a 110 camera.
Yeah.
No, that's going to date you right there.
What's a 110 camera?
It took those little cartridges. It was 16.
I got one of those for my high school graduation.
16 millimeter film. There was also the same thing in a flat format, which was the disc camera. I had one of those.
Oh no, I got a disc camera for my high school graduation.
Yeah, that's 110 film.
Okay.
Yeah, 110 millimeter.
I got the disc.
So, took a ton of pictures with the thing. You know, it was fun. It was photography. Yeah.
Photomat. Haven't heard that term in so many years. And Nick says I had the 110 with the flash cubes.
On the flash stick. There was usually an extension bar that would raise your flash cube to make for better pictures. But yeah.
Oh, Open says, man, I miss film and Polaroid. Got into it just as digital became a thing. Oh. Now you have to invest in a whole new hobby if you want to do any analog.
We know a photographer who was very invested in chemical technology, and when digital came in, he didn't transition. So, like, all of that is kind of junk. We actually have two pieces of great photographic equipment over there. One of them was my father's, and it took, like, those rolls of 120 film.
Dime says, yes, I had a 110 and a Kodak disc camera.
Yeah.
I was walking through the city yesterday, New York City, that is, and I passed a woman who had all this camera equipment around her neck. And I'm sure it was digital, but I don't know, just... She didn't just have a phone. It was interesting to me.
It's a different thing.
Yeah.
There's a guy who hangs out in Bryant Park who dresses like 1948. He's got the hat, he's got the vest, he's got the three-piece suit, and he's got a speed graphic. He's got this big ass, professional camera for the Daily News. And those things are fun. Not cheap to shoot that format, but those things are fun.
I'd love to do large format, crazy expensive, I bet.
Oh yeah, big plates. How about wet plate? Want to like a serious 19th century photography? Do a wet plate camera. Wow. And the resolution on those at the time was okay. It was what they could do. It got better, but you get to the era of like those big format cameras, and suddenly you've got just crazy grain and texture going on. Kind of fun. I cut my teeth on a 35 millimeter that was my father's Kodak camera. Really nice camera.
Do we have it over there?
We don't actually. We can put it on display.
Okay.
We don't have any of the 8 millimeter stuff on display either. I really should put that.
We have something on display over there.
We have there's a 16 millimeter Bolex that I bought when I was college years, and then there's my father's Raleigh, which is a great machine.
I thought we had some stuff on display. I'm just saying.
My Raleigh actually, my cousin actually acquired that for a while, and took a lot of photographs. So, longer story with that.
Which cousin?
Eddie.
All right.
So.
Okay.
So these are the things of which our lives are made. And that's all part of the fun. I mean, people are still taking instant photographs. Somebody actually gave us one at Ohana, which was on a tiny little camera. But yeah.
Errol says, we know a kid in England that lives in 1948 lifestyle. Drives the old car, doesn't have a cell phone. His clothes are actually vintage. Wow, that is commitment.
Here's a question. Does he have a car phone? I don't mean a cell phone. Does he have a phone that goes to the radio that goes to the phone? That will be fun.
I started photography on my dad's Nikon.
Yeah.
In the 70s. I love it. Okay. It doesn't matter what I choose as a theme because it's going to become about something else, which is what I love about these broadcasts.
It rolls.
It doesn't matter. Like, it's just going to be about something else, and that's amazing. I love it.
I started doing video on 8 millimeter, not even Super 8. And I still have the stuff I shot then. It works. It worked fine. And then graduated to a real Super 8 camera, and it was much better, thank you.
He has no car phone, nothing made after 1950.
Okay, you can remind him that the car
Wow.
phone service was introduced in 1947, so he's actually behind the
Oh, jeez.
times.
Oh, my God.
Now he's got to get a car
Oh,
phone.
jeez, really?
Now he's got to get a car
Oh,
phone.
jeez, really?
I'm just saying.
Okay.
The car phone was absolutely available at that time. Dude,
All
wake
right.
up! Anyway,
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Is it that time?
it's about that time.
Okay.
So it's been a lovely 2 hours plus with you. We just go over whatever topics go. I'm really glad to have failed the logger test because, hey, I'm likely to. But you passed it, so hey, you can lord it over to me for like a week or so. We'll see you in a week with another fine.
I'm going to do
theme.
the Mrs. Shirley next week, so we got to
Yeah.
get some champagne.
We got to, well, bubbles anyway.
Champagne.
I said, we need to buy a bottle of Veuve?
No,
Oh,
I did not
jeez.
say Veuve. No one said Veuve.
Oh, good. For Pete's
No
sake.
one said Veuve.
It's very nice, but so the theme goes here, there, and everywhere. It's certainly the Xmas season. We're going to continue with that. This will be our last broadcast before
Oh,
the big
Julie,
week.
everyone, Nick, Errol, Daniel, Julie, Ben.
Please.
We appreciate you all so much.
Please.
Lisa and Errol, Eric, Dime. You have no idea how much we appreciate you.
I always say, if you don't show, I'm talking to the wall. So it is really fantastic that I can talk to you live from here. And fun stuff. We had a couple of great drinks and a beer challenge. Glad to have failed it. It's actually quite a good beer.
Devin, hi! Oh my gosh, I'm so glad you dropped by.
Oh, yeah. Well, it was also great talk about food, too. And whatever was happening with food on this broadcast sounds awesome. I would get to that. We will be
Great.
at one of our favorite food locations tomorrow, and we will enjoy it, and we'll send pics. Any questions, send them our way. Would you like a copy of our record? Let us know. They're available. Would you like some Glendale wine glasses? Let us know. And if you would simply like to be a patron, many of you today, right here, are patrons already and are enjoying the benefits. Let us know. Because otherwise, there's no way to actually support this broadcast financially, which is, the thing we have to point out. So, good night to everybody.
Thank you.
Keep tight, watch out there, everywhere.
We love you guys. Enjoy
the
the season. Yeah, and we will see you next Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern.
With another fine broadcast. Watch
Yes.
out for the theme.
The Mrs. Shirley.
Mrs. Shirley will make her
saying,
appearance.
Mrs. Shirley will make
I'll
her
find some of the good
appearance.
things to duke up at you. I think we might just do an eggnog. Haven't actually done one this season, and
Sounds good.
it's the season for such
Sounds
things.
really good.
And mulled wine, and mulled cider, and wassail,
Whatever
the
else you
town.
can mull.
Whatever else you can mull. I just say, get yourself some Kingston Trio Christmas wassail. Oh, that's the thing. Folks, thank you so much for joining us. Wherever you are in multiple time zones. Haven't heard from Down Under yet, but I bet they're watching. Always remember, wherever you go and whatever you do, we will see you soon.
Good night.